Ladies and gentlemen, let's kick it off.
Here we go.
Dobbs, Ben gonna be opening up for our opening attack with an Electro Dragon attack here. He's got the Battle Drill and the Queen Charge. So this is obviously been a very strong attack in the meta, but usually against the box bases. You don't see this against these more diamond or anti-3-star style bases here, Lex.
Very interesting to see the anti-3s from Taco Esports, and we have been seeing a lot of these Queen Walk E-Drag attacks today, but also important to note, this one not going with that recall spell that we've been seeing time and time again in the first match today.
So in that case, he's gonna need to use the Queen to form the funnel for the Electro Dragons to keep coming from the top side or the bottom side. Now, he's gonna put the King at the top side. It looks like the Electro Dragons are gonna go in from that direction, and so he's gonna have to find a way to get more value out of the Queen other than just clearing out the Eagle Artillery compartment. But we can see that he's already setting that up on the other side of that compartment she's in, and she will hopefully eventually go that direction.
Oh, she's not going there, Eric. She's got other plans today, going for a wall as the E-Drags hit the tornado trap. They're spinning in circles as well, but he's still got that battle blimp in the queue in his pocket.
Yeah, he's fighting the sweeper, but he's got the rage down to fight
she
his way
switched to a
through
different wall.
Okay, Queen's just she's just finding different walls. She's the ultimate wall breaker. Everybody knows that. And Lex, here comes that blimp, but he has to manage the invisibility tower by the town hall, and these E-Drags have been thinned out with the sweeper causing all kinds of problems, and the Monolith potentially to cause problems as well.
The Battle Blimp makes it to the Town Hall. The perfect timing on that freeze spell for the invisibility tower secures the Town Hall. 2 stars in the bag. But Dobbs Ben is in big trouble here as the Queen goes down, the King goes down, the Warden goes down, and now he is just left wondering where to use this champion.
Wow, maybe that wasn't the right call for this base here. That Monolith and the sweeper did a lot of work there, and the Queen just did not want to cooperate. She went too deep in that compartment. Remember the rule 3, makes so that she'll choose one of the 3 closest targets to her. If they're all behind walls, she will attack that wall rather than circling around when it looks like there's potentially other targets that she could reach. But this World Champion will sweep across the bottom of the base here, and is all for naught. She's not going to have enough to punch it through.
I love the use of that skeleton spell to help out the champion, but just too much damage on that south side of the base. The Warden Tower, the ground bow, the scatter shot is just devastating. Down she goes, and he's just looking to pick up as many percentage points as possible here.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Queen would have been able to be there to support if she could have survived, but you also needed those Electro Dragons to stay more towards the middle and go into the Monolith and the Sweeper, but they just kept getting knocked back. It was relentless right there, knocking them away from the Monolith, making it so that they could never even reach the Sweeper there. And even with the King working on that funnel on the outside, it just wasn't enough to deliver them where he needed them.
No, maybe if the Queen had gone the way that he wanted her to, it could have had a real solid chance there, but that Queen pathing, I guess the base is just built specifically to stop this sort of walk. I mean, you can see those dead zones there on both sides of that compartment. It definitely helped give BJG Baller the big defense here early on in this matchup.
Yeah, he's even trying to freeze in the middle of the base there, but you see the freeze that was on the Invisibility Tower and the CC. That was probably a misplay right there, and he probably was intending to freeze up the Sweeper instead. This freeze needed to go where it was placed to make sure he was able to secure the Town Hall and stop that Invisibility Tower. That was the most important thing. Even if things are going a little bit wrong, you got to make sure that you 100% secure the Town Hall takedown, and if he didn't get it with the blimp there, he would have kind of been in a tough spot there where he didn't really have another way unless the World Champion could sneak past the defensive CC and get through and take it. So he played it safe there towards the end when he realized things were starting to go wrong, and that's probably the right call in that base.
Fun to note there, the Queen also died through ability to rocket balloons, but he had the Phoenix with the Queen. So she died through ability, but then came back, beat through a wall, and still got one Inferno Tower for him.
I was wondering why the healers were abandoning her. I was like, wait, I couldn't tell if she was running the Unicorn or the Phoenix, because running the Phoenix on the Queen is a very abnormal thing here, but now responding right away and attacking right back at the person who attacked him. It is a return fire from BJG Baller as he drops in Super Wizards out of this blimp into the Town Hall compartment and locks up the Town Hall nice and safely. Anything you get after that Town Hall is a bonus, but big things here. He got the funnel forward while he took the Town Hall down, and he landed inside of the defensive CC range so he can pull it out and he can fight it in safety.
Did he only use 2 invis there? I think so, and he only's got 1 left over. That was a pretty bold move there, only bringing 3 invis spells. on a Blizz Lalo there, but he gets good value. The Town Hall, the Builder Hut to the right of it, I think he got the full CC pool as well. I see at least 2 super minions there. He killed a few other troops as well. It could be something lingering behind, but look at this single target Inferno Tower locking on to the Queen as the Skelly spell was late, and that's going to cost him a free spell here, Eric.
Yeah, but it was well worth it there to hold on to the Queen ability, preserve her HP. She's still looking nice and healthy. Kiko Pop his ability, and he's going to have the King circle around and go to the Scattershot compartment, while the Queen continues to have some Barbarians out in front of her, giving her a little bit of protection, along with the King there providing tons of protection.
What can he do with this wall breaker? Look at this
there we
wall
go,
breaker.
He's got a Queen
still
ability to pair
has
with
the
it, too.
invis spell.
Oh,
that's going to give
good.
him access to the monolith in the core with that Queen ability. As you mentioned, she is going to be able to clear the core here, and that's going to make a huge difference for this Lalo moving in through the top side of the base. He might even be able to clip this champion in the Warden ability if he uses it early enough.
Look at the Queen.
She's fighting the enemy Queen. The archers are tanking. The Queen takes the Queen, moving into the backside of the base, and he still has that Warden ability on standby. Look at his champion on 1 HP as well.
Not only that, he's got a stack of free spells here with a whole bunch of balloons on standby. He can start to drop them in to try to keep everybody centered, but he's rounding around this multi-inferno. He needs to find a way to go to the right side multi, and that's going to be a problem. Rage Tower goes off. Ooh, it's a good thing he's got all these freezes.
He's dropping all his freezes at once.
Every single one of them.
Freeze after freeze after freeze. The double damage scatter shot. It insta-kills all these balloons. The multi on the right side is still up. And it just fizzles out, Eric. I thought he had this.
Oh my God, Lex, I mean, you just had everything go around that multi that stays standing. They were all grouped up, and they were fed directly into the scatter shot. And because he had to invest every single one of his freezes to try to lock down these Infernos, with that Rage Tower going off, a raged up scatter shot hit against that clump of balloons, there's no chance it can pull through after that. That is so much damage.
No chance at all. You got to give credit to that Rage Tower placement here. It covered not only the scatter shot, but 2 Inferno Towers. All of those defenses doing double damage, forced him to use 3 of his freezes, it looked like, all at the same time, just to try and stay alive.
Yeah, those Rage Towers are very difficult to move the Lalos through, and if you're going to leave that up into the back end and rely on your Lalo to go through it, you have to have a lot of resources. He did have a lot of resources. It still stopped him. That's really, really insane there, but it is going to be now a percentage advantage because he was able to climb the percentage high enough, so they're going to have the lead here to start off this war. Luckily, they had a lucky break right there with that big miss out of Affiliate to open up, so they can work with that, Lex.
They definitely can. What percentage did they hit there? Was it in the mid-80s?
Yeah, it was like 85, I think it was, or 86.
85, yeah. So 10 building lead here early for Taco Esports. They're going to be able to hopefully use that for their mentality here going into the next round. But now all the pressure right back onto Affiliate Nebula. What can they do with their next attack? What do you think they need to do here?
Oh, I mean, well, you got to get out here and, well, I mean, you have that big miss there. You just got to shake that off. You got to get out here and just come out with the next one. Forget that happened. Just go into it like it's your first attack of the war. And I mean, you gotta like just tune everything out. There's so much going around with everything going on at DreamHack here. There's so much noise. There's so many people. There's people walking all over the place there. Crowds cheering in your face, and you just kind of have to tune it all out there, and you have to concentrate. And with the competitive experience that Soham has, he should be able to pull that off here. Let's see if he can make it happen as he charges in. A Queen charge from the left side of the base there. He's got a Battle Drill on standby and a full-scale Lalo to send into his base.
Yes, also take note, he's got a Dragon Rider and even a Skeleton spell to help assist this Queen charge Lalo. Really looking forward to it. It seems like he's really picked apart this base. He's got a plan for every single section. Having to use this first Rage spell a little early might be unfortunate as she's still at full health, but as she gets in range of this Rage Tower, that Warden statue doing double damage is no joke.
Yeah, able to get a couple of Black Air Bombs pulled, but I really like when they bring this solo Dragon Rider because it is extremely useful if you need to pick up a stray multi-inferno where the balloons, as we saw in the last attack, there can get melted into like the Rage Tower. And that area up there looks a bit threatening, but I think he has the tools to get the job done up there. And it looks like the Battle Drill, the Royal Champion, and the King all pushing across the bottom of the base here.
Yes, he is multitasking incredibly well right now. The King and the Champion on the bottom side. He did use the Skeleton spell over there as well. The Battle Drill, look at it go. Stunning the Eagle right now, so it won't be able to do any damage for a few seconds. He also has already engaged almost all the Teslas, I believe. They're in that middle section by the Queen. The King on the bottom side tanking these Eagle artillery shells, and there goes the Dragon Rider from the right side of the base, working alone.
Yeah, Queen's gonna end up going to the outside of the base there. She walks a lap, but doesn't get distracted onto the defensive trash bundles on the outside, but she does find the defensive Lava Hound. She'll help him power through that. And that Rage Tower actually is going to be potentially faded before the time that the balloons arrive into it and before the Queen goes back to the area.
He's out of freezes.
Okay.
Popping the Warden ability early here, Eric. The Tornado Trap spinning him in circles, and as the Warden ability wears off, look at all these balloons in the Giga Poison, taking damage, going into the multi, going into the back end Scattershot. He's only got one balloon for the back end. But he does have the champion, and he got a healer swap off of the Queen.
And on top of that, he's got the invisibility. You can see him already cheering. Zoa picks up the first triple of the war here as Aphelion Nebula played from behind a percentage, but they're not going to let that shake their confidence here, and he will pull Dread plenty of time to close this one out.
Look at how happy he is there. The plan was just too good. Even with all the balloons dying into the Giga Poison there, having to pop the Warden ability early, it didn't matter because he got the healer swap. He was talking to his healers. He told them the plan. They knew what was up, and they were able to help that champion clear through the top Scattershot compartment.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And there was extra things in there that it's hard to track everything that's going on all at once there, but little things that helped him pull through. When the world champion starts to get ahead of the pack there, and he's going through the town hall, watch when he pops the Warden ability right here. You see the Headhunters to deploy right under the Warden right there, so he times the town hall takedown with the Headhunters to cross through, and with the Headhunters taking out the defensive Queen, and with his own Rage there active, they're able to take her down and clear the way so his road champion, once that healer swap happens, she is not intercepted by the defensive Queen, and that makes all the difference. It's all the little things that all add up here.
The little things, even those minions in nice and early for cleanup. So not only was it a 3-star, it was a fast 3-star, especially for a Queen charge attack. I mean, he had like 45 seconds left over.
Very, very efficient. But look at that. Oh, well, look at the performance there. 119 FPS. Oh, that's pretty good for Snapdragon. That's amazing. They do amazing things over there.
Yes, they do. And look at them getting ready for the next attacks. They are feeling confident now. And you can see the pressure on Taco Esports. They look like they're thinking. They got to come up with a good plan here, get that 3-star, and get the momentum back over to their side.
Oh, yeah, but it's going to be their team captain, Taco Tony himself. Make some noise. Taco Esports going to try to maintain their lead here as he sends in the Dragons. He's got Dragons, Electro Dragons, Dragon Riders with Rocket Balloons, Baby Dragons. He's going for the full mix here.
Yes, he is with that early battle blimp. What's in there? He lets it get all the way to the town hall. No spells invested thus far. It looks like it's going to be a sneaky goblin blimp just to secure the town hall. The first star, nothing else around it, but that baby dragon is working on the top side of the base. He's already found a couple of Teslas around the right side while doing some funneling. Where do you think he's shaping up to send these dragons?
Looks like they're going to come in from the right side. He's got the funnels. Like, I love what he did with the area down under this compartment where the E-Drag is deployed so that he can keep everybody a little bit more central on the base. He'll try to quickly take advantage of the area cleared out by the town hall, and if he can have a little group of dragons split off to the left side and the bulk of them go right down the middle of the base, they're coming in behind the sweeper, then he can do some great things with that and set up his heroes to sweep at the backside. And right on cue, they deploy the bottom of the base there with a skeleton spell that's going to go in and get out in front of them and tank a lot of the defense. He's got 2 more on standby here.
Yes, he does. I love that skeleton spell. The Skellies with the heroes. Unfortunately, that E-Drag on the right side of the base only got like 2 buildings. The early Teslas popped and just roasted that E-Dragon. But the E-Titan, the King, the Queen, working on the bottom side of the base, trying to clear through this Eagle Artillery section. But I can't help but notice all these dragons are fizzling out fast, Eric.
Okay, but he got the defensive CC destroyed there, so he doesn't have to worry about that later on if he ever had to deal with it in the first place. I don't even know. But he has these skeleton spells
open
going
walls
down.
For the King.
Okay, yeah, he can get right in the defensive. King, the biggest thing I'm worried about right now are the Teslas on the left side with the World Champion heading that way.
He's got a freeze, Rage Skelly.
Okay. He's got the engagement of the Queen on the right side. His heroes are making their way over there. This World Champion, I think she has to clear out this left side compartment, and she's running out of steam.
She gets destroyed by those Teslas and the Skellies there in the end. It's all up to the Queen, the Diggy, the Unicorn. She cannot reach that 3rd Inferno Tower. Has to skip it for now, and she can't even reach the Scatter either as she wraps around the base. Unicorn gets targeted by the Expo. Scattershot locks onto the Queen. He's got the Queen ability, but it looks like there's too much base for her to handle.
Yeah, even if she had the force to cross back through, which I don't think that she does, not with a raged up Expo on the far back end. Even if she got over there, she gets smoked. But the Expo that she engages here even does her in without the Unicorn to support. He'll chip away here and get a little bit more percentage with this last minion. climbing it up to an 84 to close it out. Let that Rage Power go off one more time. A daunting defense there, boosting everything around it. Very difficult to move through those areas, and it really just shows to show how much preparation they put in the defense here to hold back these players.
Yes, we've been seeing so many Rage Towers in the meta currently. It seems to be the favorite of all these pro attackers once they've been able to figure out really good ways to set them up, always keeping at least 2, sometimes even 3 key defenses within the range of those Rage Towers. It can be devastating damage, especially when they lock onto your heroes.
All right, well. Oh, Tony. Okay, well, shake that one off there. You got a lot of war left to play here. You're still in they're still in a very, very fine position where they have the percentage advantage just very, very slightly out of grasp here. But, I mean, here's one of the biggest celebrators in Clash of Clans esports. He puts on a show every time he steps onto the field. It's Damien getting ready to come in for the next one. We saw it in his most recent wars over there in the challenge phase as he dives into the pool to celebrate his attack there. This guy's a goofball. I love it. I love to see him play every single time he steps in his matches.
Just jumping into the pool mid-attack, making all of his teammates just burst out with laughter. It is amazing. We can see him getting ready here. He is laser focused on his device, ready for this attack, and he is coming in with a big Lalo strike with a clone spell. Are we going to see a Super Archer blimp here to kick it off?
No, he doesn't have enough invisibility for Super Archers. He's only got one of them going heavy
Yeti
into freezes.
clone.
I'm thinking Yeti clone as well. Looks like it is. Yeti's come out. He waits for the... Was there a wall breaker in there? I think there might have been wall breakers and the Valkyries, but he's not able to get the defensive queen out of the way. He was able to clear every defense in that compartment and put some heavy damage onto the defensive queen and get the CC
Look at this
pull.
Inferno baby dragon.
Okay, freeze. He's fine.
He's safe.
He's fine.
He's safe.
He's fine, Lex.
Don't jinx him. That freeze and poison gonna allow him to get through all these pups and that Inferno baby dragon. You can see everything he cleared on the right side. That queen just sitting there on 1 HP, the defensive queen that is, the Yeti, to help funnel this queen, offensive queen, into the town hall, and the king already being sent to do his thing on the top side of the base.
As soon as the king steps into a tanky position for that wall break, he's able to sneak it in. The open corners we're almost not allowing to go in there. You see there's an open corner above that archer tower where the king and the world champion are standing.
I'm worried about this queen pathing, Eric.
Oh, you're right.
I think she...
Oh, nice invisibility! Clutch play right there. He's keeping his cool, and his queen will have the support of the Ice Golem. She steps her way in, and she will secure the town hall after what could have been a disaster.
Nicely done that he was watching that, or maybe his teammates were telling him in his ears, but queen in for the town hall with that invisibility spell. King in on the top side, finishes off the enemy queen, and here we go with the big Lalo push. Rage Tower on defense, but no need to fear. The Eternal Tome is here. He pops it, gets another Lava Hound, moving through it as well toward the left side of the base. Did he have Headhunters in there to go for the champion?
He did. He had a big mob of Headhunters. They take out the defensive king. They claim the Royal Champion, but not before that Royal Champion intercepted his own Royal Champion, so he lost her in the process, and she was in charge of this right side multi, and this right side multi holds the line, and he'll invest the rest of his spells into the bottom one. But there's a lot of base left here, and he's out of spell support fighting a sweeper.
He's out of everything. You can see his troop bar on the bottom there. He's dropped everything. He's just sitting here hoping and wishing for a 3-star, but trap after trap, Expo on air mode, locking onto these balloons. They fizzle out. It's all up to the Warden, the Owl, the Phoenix, and an army of minions. He's going for percent at this point.
There's nothing else he can do here but sit back and watch like the rest of us as his army dwindles down here, and as this opens the door for Taco Esports to take the lead. I think the percentage is going to be left with a little bit too much on the board here to sustain if Taco Esports can get the triple. So that opens up a big opportunity that they absolutely must take advantage of now. I mean, they can't waste this, Flex.
Indeed, another 84% attack here. Aphelion Nebula not going to get that one through, and this is the door. As you mentioned, for Taco Esports, they need to take advantage of this. This is their time. They can swing the momentum with one solid hit right here and right now.
No celebration there on the miss there. A little bit unfortunate there for Damien. It was looking pretty clean
this
overall.
Invis spell trick, though.
It was
nice.
It was
It was
really
nice
good.
timing. good catch there from him, or this could have been a 1-star.
Oh, he definitely could have. Yeah, with well, I mean, you see where he staggered. Like, you got to be careful when you're doing these attacks that you're not requiring yourself to be paying attention to 2 different spots simultaneously. You can't be doing 2 things at the exact same time. You got to stagger it just right. So he didn't start the Lalo until he had the queen definitely going through that wall, and so he still could have, if the queen walked on him, if he missed that invisibility, he still had plenty of resources to push through the town hall's backup.
Definitely he could have, but it arguably would have been much lower percent attack if that was the case. And here we see Taco Esports again preparing. Let's hope they have something juicy for us here. On their 3rd hit, it's Spizik coming in with, I see 6 lightning spells and a lot of E-Titans. Is he going to start with the Warden Walk? Let's see.
Oh yeah, and with a lot of these bases, I'm noticing these anti-3-star, like these are looking like old school. So many teams have switched over to the box bases recently. It's almost abnormal to see these more unsymmetrical random layout bases, and it's more like a puzzle block every time you go in to fight these. But this is what we used to see all the time before the defensive meta shifted. But I mean, that made so that so many players were proficient in fighting the other styles. But both of the teams had the same idea to change things up and run something different on defense, and it's actually working out pretty well for stopping both of these teams right now.
Yes, it's actually very refreshing to see all these anti-3-star bases on both sides of the match today, and I think it all comes down to these really well-placed Rage Towers. You can see that one on the left covering the 2 Infernos, a scatter shot, the champion, and the Expo, and he's gonna finish on that side of the base. It could be devastating. He's got the Flame Flinger moving in for the Town Hall, and these E-Titans starting in on the right side of the base.
Yeah, remember that the Town Hall is not considered a defense until it actually takes damage and that weapon activates. So that Earthquake paired with Lightning is critical to make sure that he can lock on to it. He's got the lock on now. No threats of the Flame Flinger. Electric Titans are charging forward in the top of the base. He's only got 1 jump spell, but 1 jump spell is all he needs to get the pathing. There's open walls. This is very nice base identification, and he has a really solid chance of pulling through up there.
He has the champion from the top side of the base, but the biggest thing is he is completely out of spell support, and like I said earlier, that left side of the base looks devastating. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. He needs these E-Titans to stay in front of the champion. If she gets out in front, he could be in big trouble here as she gets locked onto by some of these double damage defenses.
Okay, but the King is leading the charge there. The King staying just out in front of her. He picks up the defenses. He has the Phoenix on standby to pick him back up if he goes down. He did lose a couple of the troops there that were fed into the World Champion early, but the bulk of everybody arrives together, and he's got tanking now delivered to the very bottom of the base, looking very, very good, but the raged up defenses, we cannot call it yet while this Rage Tower is active, and there's a big Tesla farm there as well. This is a heavy backside here.
Champion uses her ability, and here are the Skelly traps. They're all going to be around this Tesla farm. We already saw 1. Champion goes down. King dead as well. 2 E-Titans with healers. Queen, can that unicorn get out of range of the multi? Stay alive. Stay alive. Yeah, she's barely alive. But now she goes down. Queen pops ability. No, she doesn't. The healers are tanking for the unicorn.
Wow, okay. Yeah,
unicorn stays up. 2 E-Titans on the bottom side. 23 seconds on the clock. Can we get through it? It's going to be a race against time as Queen can reach the hut. Then she goes back around. No, she picks a wall.
No, he's going to time fail. Are you kidding? He has the Queen beaten through the wall there. She would have circled around. He maybe could have pulled through, but these Electric Titans will circle down to the Expo. The Queen will die attacking that wall. She made it through, but you know she doesn't have enough time to make it through. 97% here. Their opportunity to take the lead does not come to fruition, and they're left surrounded with a star deficit.
Such a good plan. No obvious mistakes on that attack. Just a tiny bit of time. Not sure where he could have done better there. Using all the spells early, though, does make it a little bit more difficult in the end to push through the backside. And we saw it there with the King going down, the champion going down as she got out in front, and it was all left to the 2 E-Titans and the Queen to finish the base.
Yeah, definitely a very strong attack in the meta right there, but also a lot of teams will build their bases to try to stop those specific meta attacks there, like the Super Archer Bomb. But guys, look at this. In the crowd there, you have Lotus Gaming standing by, waiting to see who their next opponent is going to be. And I mean, they know whoever it is going to be a tough opponent. And after we saw out of the underdog Golden X earlier on, you know that any team can come out swinging here. But speaking of swinging, here comes Stay Away. Stamus going to be coming in from Affiliate Nebula.
Stay away coming in with another Queen charge Lalo against another anti-3-star base. And look at this log launcher being used early in combination with the King. King clearing the monolith, and it looks like a lot of Teslas early in that southern compartment. Delayed healers on the Queen with a couple of Coco balloons searching for traps as she makes her way through the Eagle Artillery. And look at this log launcher clearing the multi. And can the Yetis, I assume, also take out the champion?
Yes, I think they got a path right. He rages them. He definitely wants to make sure that they take her down. They step their way in. They lock onto her. Rage Tower goes off on defense.
Oh, she stays alive.
Take the Rage Tower, but the Rogue Champion on defense stays alive. But at least he got the CC pull out of it, so he got some really good value, and he set up nicely, and the defensive Rogue Champion is very weakened now.
Getting that Rage Tower, I think, is going to make a huge difference as well, as he still has to come back. Look at the Tornado Trap catching the Wall Breaker. And turning this into a wall breaker fail, but he still has one more he could send.
Okay, but there's no other walls for it to target. It's on its way in. The wall breaker needs to arrive, give the Queen access further into the base there. It is successful. She's going right into the Multi-Inferno, and she gets the other Rage Tower to activate. He needs to get the other Multi-Inferno under control up top and take the damage off of the Queen's flank here, and this Rogue Champion is right on path here to make that happen.
He's got an invisibility spell to back her up. Diggy to stun as well. This is looking great. Queen picks up the second sweeper. Champion going for that multi. The Skelly Trap pops in distraction, but she'll still get it. And a nice, easy Lalo through the Town Hall. Did we already pull a Tornado Trap?
Yeah, it goes to wall break.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Warden
Yeah.
ability through the Town Hall. The haze still covering it. Balloons get out of that Giga Poison. The Queen still alive. She's gonna go beat on a wall, but we got a freeze and a rage for the back end here, Eric.
Oh, it's looking good here.
He's excited. Look at him jumping up and down. Stay away with 45 seconds on the clock. He is happy about this one.
Oh, you gotta be. He's got enough that he can eventually wrap over there, pick up the air defense, even if all the blues go down. It'd be really helpful if they end up pulling through there. He's got the extra minions on standby. As soon as that Archer Tower is tanked, he can go in there and just guarantee that he's able to pull through. But he's getting stalled up by some ground scalies. Hold up, this might actually be close on time.
Getting close, Eric.
Was this your chance to jinx
This
one?
was not my jinx.
Oh,
15
it's close.
seconds. He's got 3 minions. Drop him on the left side. Drop him on the cannon. Yes,
Okay,
the wizard goes down. 10,
He's got it.
9. If there's no more skellies, he's okay.
He's got it. Yes,
7,
he's got it. Okay.
6, okay.
Now you can celebrate. There we go. The triple happens, and they stay on top.
Well, at least now we know you are the only Jinx King up here.
True. Oh, I try my best there to jinx every single attack there possible, but sometimes they end up pulling through anyways. So he's able to avoid the jinx on that one, and plenty of resources in that backside there. The balloons go in and get the scatter shot on the Expo, investing what he needed to thin it out there so his heroes had enough to close it out there. And you can see that almost early celebration there, but
Almost.
you saw
He started sweating.
Yeah,
he started sweating
He
a little bit. He had to second guess himself, but an amazing plan. Amazing plan from Stay Away there. Every single hero dedicated to a different part of the base, and they all got their job done. Nothing stalled them out there.
Yeah, that's very, very important when you have bases that are built to stop certain entries for the heroes to have Tesla farms spring on them and take away their value. A lot of times when the Tesla farms and all the ground scalies intercept those heroes and they can correctly predict where they're going to enter into the base there, then you're going to be able to shut those attacks down. But if they are able to think outside of the box there, and you're always, it's always feeling like you're playing a little bit of cat and mouse there, where you're trying to guess where they're going to enter and they're trying to guess where you're going to attack from. It's like, it's a very big mind game between the attacker and the defender there, to try to get on the side of what your specific opponent's going to be.
But now it is now or never for Taco Esports. They are down 0 triples to 2, and they've only got 2 attacks left. So EZ coming in with another E-Titan Smash attack, and the pressure is on. He knows it. He's got to secure this 3-star for his team.
Yeah, we saw the last Electro Titan attack there miss, and being able to stop these meta attacks here is one of the biggest challenges of the base builders here. But you know that these bases have been able to withstand these Electro Titan attacks there very efficiently, and now it's just a matter of putting them to the test here. And Halo Blade on defense, we'll see how he did as this Flame Flinger stacks with the Warden, making sure that the Warden deploys first. He got the Expo down with the Lightning right before that. It cost a little bit of time with the overall efficiency, but as soon as that Flame Flinger is safe to continue on by itself, he pulls the Warden off, and he's able to push his way in to follow the Electro Titans with the King already funneling on the outside of the base.
Pretty classic E-Titan Smash setup here. Zap behind the Town Hall, set the funnel with the Warden and the Flame Flinger, and then separate them as the E-Titans move into the left side of the base here. That Rage Tower going off early is gonna force his Warden ability as well. The Monolith doing double base damage right now is more devastating than you think. The King on the bottom side gonna be able to clear an Inferno Tower, and he's got a jump spell to get him through the base here.
Oh, but losing a lot of troops there early into the attack there is really gonna slow down his overall momentum through the base. He finally gets that Monolith down, rages up the Queen. We have the healers still there, but a lot of them are stuck under the Warden right now. They need to step up as the Queen is going to make a near pass by that multi-Inferno. Keep an eye on her healers there. She did wander really close to the walls there to reach over some other targets, but he's into the defensive King. He's got him under control. I'm most worried about this multi-target his healers now.
Yes, this quickly turned from an E-Titan Smash into a Queen Charge as those healers stayed back. The E-Titans got out in front, got absolutely bamboozled, and the Warden followed suit as well. Dying before the Queen is actually super unfortunate for the Warden. He's supposed to stay behind her.
Exactly, but at least he has the Queen ability still intact up to this point here. He's able to pop it to get through the defensive Queen as Road Champion steps her way through. She's leaving the King behind. She goes down. Queen gets targeted by the Expos, and it is not gonna pull through. A big defensive pickup right there from Halo Blade, and that was a critical attack there for Taco Esports as they are left stranded with 4 misses on the board. Not their day.
This has got to be a killer for the mentality, as Taco Esports are now going to be relying on a 1-star defense to still have a chance in this matchup. This is still picking up really good percent. Man, if those healers would have switched over to the E-Titans earlier, I'm wondering if this could have gone the other way.
Oh, definitely, definitely. That multi did cause some problems there, but maybe if the Electro Titans were still moving, he could have got away from that multi-inferno faster, but with the slowdown, with the lingering next to the multi-inferno, it makes it very difficult to pass through that area. But now, as we get ready for the final attack here from Aphelion, they need to play it safe here, I feel like. At this point, like, you don't need to come out here with anything crazy. You already got 2 triples on the board.
Definitely.
You just need to go out here and play as safe as possible. Make sure that you lock in the 2-star and put it out of reach.
Definitely cannot be going risky mode right now. Got to have a plan for the Town Hall. Got to have a plan B as well. A lot on the line with this next attack. Aphelion hold this match. It is all on their shoulders with this next hit.
Well, they're in a good spot right here, but I mean they got a whole fan base here. Look at all the people in Aphelion jerseys in the crowd here. They came to represent, and they've got this win almost locked in here. Definitely a powerhouse squad there with a lot of support behind the scenes there on top of what they just send out onto the field. So definitely a big player, a big group here in the Clash of Clans esports community.
Yep, and then we got the closer, Halo Blade 27 for Aphelion Nebula, coming in with a lot of dragons, leading the charge with some rocket balloons to snipe some defenses and set the way for this battle balloon going in for the Town Hall.
Yeah, gonna go out to the Town Hall really, really early. Don't take any risks. Make sure that you get it down there while you have all of your resources intact. Town Hall secures, and that should pretty much seal the deal here for
Aphelion. All he needs is 50, Eric.
Yeah, exactly. Just rack in the percentage here, and every percentage closer is a step towards victory, and there's not a lot that's gonna be able to slow this down.
Nope, it's a very simple plan here as well. No need to complicate it, especially when you're in the lead by 2 stars. Simple blizz for the Town Hall, set up the pathing, send the dragons. You can see the Queen being used on the outside of the base. King will likely be utilized with her. There he goes, closer to the 1030 section. We're gonna try to push them in toward the Eagle Artillery with that open wall gap. The dragons making their way to the core, and he's gonna get ready for this Eternal Tome.
Yes, exactly. But you definitely want to not just stop at 50% here. You want to go all the way to the triple, because you saw that Lotus, who's waiting for them in the upper bracket, also was able to hit 13 stars. So you want to show that you can play at that level and just strike some fear into them as they get ready to play in that next upper bracket match. But there we go, 50%, and Aphelion Nebula will advance in the upper bracket of the Snapdragon Pro Series Finals. Very nicely done. Their next opponent will be Lotus. But let's keep on paying attention here as he finishes this closeout, trying to put 13 on the board. And it's a bit shaky there with the defensive Queen, but he's still got a decent amount of troops moving.
The defensive Queen doing a lot of damage, taking out all those dragons in the core, and now even locking on to the Royal Champion here. Snipes her in combination with a scatter shot on the right side of the base, and it's all up to this offensive Archer Queen on the right side with a Unicorn, with the ability, and with that Owl flanking on the left. Do you think he has a chance here?
The Owl was able to get the final strike on the defensive queen. That gives him a little glimmer of hope there. And she's got a whole zoo carrying on with her. 3 different pets there giving her support. He pops her ability. The Owl picks up the taking the scatter shot.
More
Skellies. But he's still got
he
the
pulls him
diggy.
away.
He's got the diggy there, or he had the diggy for a second, and he was able to get the stuns. And most of the defenses that could threaten her have been removed, and now she's got a little bit of a buffer while she can top off her HP one more time, but there's nothing you can do but sit back and celebrate his victory and see if it goes all the way through, which I don't think it will.
No, once that cannon locks on, 2 defenses at once, the Unicorn cannot keep up. We got another 20 seconds here, though, to try and get this storage on the south side of the base. We get to watch our favorite part of this game. Can the Archer get the storage in time?
Well, that's a pretty beefy storage there, and her little arrows doing the best they can. But it is not obviously not going to happen there. She'll try real hard there. She'll try real hard.
He is all smiles, though. You can see it on his face. He is so excited they are going to be moving through into the upper bracket finals.
Oh, yeah, very impressive there. Oh, we said it, like going into this, we were looking at the averages. We said a lot of wars are won at that 12-star mark. So if you can reach that mark, that will be 99% of teams in Clash of Clans, because that is like breaking that 40% hit rate is one of the most difficult things there. The teams who can consistently do that are the ones that rise to the top. The ones that can push beyond that end up in the World Championship.
Right, and it was the first match we watched was a 12-12 finish with Lotus winning on percent there. So Aphelion Nebula putting up 12 here. They are telling them, sending them a message saying, hey, we just got the same score. We are ready for that next match.
Indeed, indeed. And there we go. They get a wind down here as we get ready for the final attack from Taco Esports, but it is out of reach for them. But we'll see if they can at least get out here and get a triple on the board, pick up the 11-star potentially.
It's your favorite, Eric, witches.
I love it's Super Witches are like, they're like my second favorite. Regular witches are my favorite. But, I mean, I'm not going to complain if they'll break them out here. And it's one of the more, like, off-meta smash attacks there. Usually we see the Electro Titans, we see the Super Bowlers a lot, and usually the Super Witches come in, like, 3rd place there. And so it's always it's intriguing to try to decide which one you should throw. And I always try to evaluate the base of why they would choose one smash attack over the other.
Right. Biggest issue normally with these Super Witches is time. They are very slow, even though they are beefy. I can't help but notice this Flame Flinger on the right side of the base already getting targeted by the Mortar. The Barbarian was deployed a little bit late, and that's devastating, as the Flame Flinger is already down to like 20% HP.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that thing stays protected, and now he's got Ground Skellies heading at it as well. The Ground Skellies get burned up a little bit by the fire that's on the ground, but he does ultimately have the Flame Flinger get protected by a Barbarian and an Archer that came in, but they get shot by a scatter shot hit, so the Flame Flinger opens up as it hits it right behind those small troops there. But now he'll push his way into the middle there. Funnel was still formed on the right side, and the Super Witches will see if they can get into the core, while the King is the one who dives towards the Town Hall.
Yes, exactly. King and the Phoenix going to be able to easily clear this Town Hall. No invisibility towers, no drama there to stop the King. Warden ability still intact. He's being extremely patient here, trying to decide when's going to be the best moment to activate that tome, keep everybody alive for that 8.75 seconds, already sending in the champion nice and early on the right side of the base to get that flanking Inferno Tower to keep the healers safe and sound.
Yeah, jump spell comes down on the left side there. Road Champion trying to do what she can on the right side. He's got the blues trying to pass up these healers, but the healers are staying nice and healthy. The ward ability finally goes off, and there's his last rage as he surges into the back end. And
ooh,
this
that invis.
Yeah, she's going after the defensive King right there, makes the King invisible, and she does not get the eagle.
Oh, the freeze.
Okay.
Does he have any headhunters helping her?
No.
She's going to be stuck there.
Okay, freeze again. Okay, he's got
another one.
That's a lot of investment into the defensive King takedown.
50 seconds left on the clock, and it is looking good with this Super Witch attack for Ethan, and that is an important attack. Even though they are losing this match, that's going to give them some momentum going into the lower bracket. And Golden X put up 12 stars, so they need this momentum. And also, I can't help but notice, Eric, I don't know if you noticed on this attack, his healers ran into a 7 red bomb farm but he popped the Warden ability.
Did they?
Right before
What?
they damaged and killed all the healers. I mean, it was perfect timing.
Wow, that's lucky right there. Or you see him coming and you start popping it, because you know a lot of times those red air bombs are going to be stacked in the core of the base there, and you often, when you're doing a strong a smash attack pushing through the middle, it can cause some problems.
Exactly, Eric, and it's such an important attack for them. Now they have a little bit of momentum, even though they got to be feeling a bit down. They're already thinking about the next matchup. They're thinking about how to take on Golden X, and Golden X have got to be feeling confident right now. Even though they were the lowest seed, they had a better performance than Taco so far.
They did. They definitely performed very, very top tier here. And Taco, I mean, still, they got their 11 stars. That puts them up to about where the league average is. That's where they need to be. But if you want to win this thing, you got to step it up to the next level. And the teams that are able to do that are the ones who will set themselves apart. But I mean, they did come out to finish strong here, and I love to see that if they were going to triple with
Look
one
at these
attack,
red bombs right here in just a second. Red bombs on the healers coming in too, right there.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Eternal
5.
Tome before the last two.
Yeah, that's enough red air bombs to wipe out the entire pack, and the Warden ability able to protect them. That was very critical right there.
Definitely, indeed. A beautiful Super Witch attack, and I'm surprised how much time was left over at the end of this attack. I mean, it didn't even feel slow at all.
Yeah, that's very abnormal for a Super Witch attack to finish with a lot of time left on the board there. That's actually kind of impressive to be able to move Super Witches. And a lot of times when you have the Warden walk there to start it off there, it does slow down a bit. But let's take a look up to the stage here, because we have our winners on standby. F-Dot, take them away.
Thanks a lot, guys. F-Dot standing by here on stage with Damien from Aphelion. You guys got the dub here. Was it fun?
We had probably the most fun we've ever had all year. It was a great time being up here, and it's great being here. So thank you.
You guys, Aphelion in particular, but the crowd out here is incredibly, incredibly supportive. Does that help you guys? Are you distracted by it, or do you like the crowd screaming?
We love when the crowd screams. It only helps us because we're just as loud up there. I want to shout out all the supporters up there, Manager Beamers, Matt and Brock, as well as our builders, Will Kirk and Mac. So thank you, everybody, for supporting us.
It sounds like it takes a village. There's just 5 people up here, but how many people really affect your game and earned this win with you?
I think there's about 15 of us total. It's all the builders, the guys who didn't play, all of our supporters. We thank literally everybody. It doesn't matter what 5 guys are up there. We're all a team together.
And I mean, speaking of that, you guys seem to have a hell of a lot of fun. You guys really are joking around during the regular season and stuff. Does that happen here on LAN, or is it all business?
So when we got our plans ready, it's all business. But when we knew we got the win, we started having fun and a good time. We started cracking our jokes and doing our thing.
And is that how you get your wins?
100%.
Well, there it is, man. 100% on and off the field. Congratulations on the win. Glitter and the guys, it's all yours.
Listen, we heard them talking about it in the feature before we even got into that war. They might be the jokesters having a little bit of fun during challenge season, but when push came to shove, they clutched it up.
Yeah, that was a really good war. Amazing casting, by the way. But I want to take a look at that attack from Stamus. It was at a pivotal moment in the war. And also, they were doing some big brain things throughout this war. So there's a Queen Charge Lalo, but with that log launcher. And you guys saw and called out that log launcher. And it's going to work up right through the middle of the base. Right through the middle of the base this
That's
way.
a big circle.
And then once he gets in here, he's going to actually go ahead and rage to get through this multi and even get a little damage on the RC. I think he wanted to get the RC, but didn't quite get there, you know?
Close enough.
Yeah, it was pretty close. But that enables the Queen to go ahead and just sweep through this right-hand side of the base, and then finally Lalo over the top side. So here we go. This is what I wanted to see right here. That rage goes in, the Yetis get down that multi. I think he definitely wanted to get the RC there, but doesn't quite get it. But again, this also pulled out the CC, as you guys called on the broadcast. So now he's able to deal with that CC, and then the Queen can continue her charge forward. And then, like, once all this is kind of cleared out and she's working up here, you just bring the Lalo over the top and finish it off.
Always really risky when you want to end the attack into the town hall like that, but sometimes you see people use their Warden to support the little bit of a kill squad there with the King and the Log Launcher, but in this case, he saves the Warden so that he can actually push the Lalo through the Town Hall. Otherwise, that would be next to impossible, right?
And I think it was super key that the Yeti Mites took out the Rage Tower there on the left side of the base.
Yeah.
If that Rage Tower was still up toward the end of the attack, I think this would have fizzled out.
And one thing I wanted to point out there is he did pull the Tornado with the first wall break. And then the second wall break came in, got that wall open so the Queen could get in there and get that multi, because we saw on previous attacks where the multi ate up all the balloons. But since he got that middle multi down, World Champion got the outside multi, the Lalo's able to work through the middle, and this pretty much secured the war for the Aphelion squad. They had to be feeling good after this, right?
Oh yeah, but I mean on top of that, the defensive Road Champion got so weakened up there from that Log Launcher Yeti Bomb that his Queen only had one strike, and that cleared the way here for everybody else to continue to through. And with that Queen surviving, I mean, she was able to end up wrapping up and finishing up the attack there because that defensive Road Champion. So like it did have an impact at the start of the attack there, but it ultimately saved it at the end.
Right, and Queen taking advantage of all these open corner compartments. You could also argue this would have been a time fill if some of those compartments were closed off.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But that's kind of the base meta, is things are opening up a little bit more so she can weave in and out of there. But this was huge for the Aphelion squad. They continue on, they'll play Lotus, and then CoC Esports is gonna have to go down and play an on-fire Golden X squad. Honestly, I don't think I would want to move on either spot. Both those teams played really well in our opener, so we're gonna have two really nice matches come up here. GG's the same as.
I mean, he said 10's a good one to end on. This trophy that we're looking at here could be his next one that just gets in the library of success that is Nick.
Yes, Nick has had so much success in this tournament, finally last season taking over my spot as we shared the record for the most amount of rings, and he's looking to get a sixth one here today.
That trophy looks really cool too. I'd love to have that at home, just up on the shelf, you know, it's a cool trophy.
Unfortunately, you're not good enough to have the trophy. That's what everybody else up on the stage is for, and that's why we talk about the game up here.
Fair enough.
And that's what we're gonna do for the next war that's right around the corner, because now it's time for us to start talking about Taco Esports versus Golden X.
Yeah, this should be, the way we saw it earlier, this should be a really good war. We're going to take a look at Taco Esports. Tony Gunk, Ethan Easy, Grandpa, and Oscar Gonzalez playing this time around. And they just came off a war where they were close on a lot of attacks. They did finally get over the hump, get that triple at the end, but not quite enough to take down Aphelion.
Well, ending on a high note is what they're going to be starting with here. So, I mean, they got to hopefully just regather themselves here. But, I mean, on the other side there, their opponent is going to be in the same situation. They're playing in the lower bracket. And we know this team, like you said when they were going into it, they were on a hot streak, but their hot streak has now cooled off a little bit there as they went on a roll to get here in the first place. And they had a huge string of wars that they were able to power through to arrive at this stage in the position they are.
Let's get it, Lex. Bashnos in action, boys. We're going to have us a great war. Remember, this is our first elimination matchup of today. Loser of this match is done for the day. Winner will go on to play the loser of the Lotus and Aphelion matchup.
That's right, Bash. Taco Esports versus Golden X. We are about to figure out the first team eliminated here today. You can see them getting ready, planning their attacks as the first one is about to go live any second.
Lex, you've been in like situations like this. If you surprisingly, or maybe I don't know, if you're down in that lower bracket, is there more pressure in the first matchup here?
Definitely more pressure. You often get that feeling that it is do or die time. Sometimes you just don't want to second guess yourself. If you've got a plan, go with it and hope for the best. And speaking of going with it, we got Loki in with a lot of dragons from the top right side of the base here. Queen already been deploying on the right side. And what does he got for the Town Hall here, Bash?
It looks like he's going to use what he did in the first war, a super archer or a super minion of Blimp here. He does have the double clone and the 5 Invis. I think that's going to be super archer Blimp here.
Super dragon on defense.
Oh,
Bash, we don't see that.
Play.
And it's raged up right now by the defensive rage tower. Look at that.
Yeah, and there are the super archers out of the Blimp to take down the Town Hall. That super dragon, whoa, that super dragon took out a bunch of dragons
It just eliminated everything on the top side of the base. Bash, that super dragon raining havoc on Loki's dragon.
What a play!
Look, it just sniped the Grand Warden and it's still going. It's at full health.
What a play. They saw what Golden X did in the first war, and they countered it. A raged up Super Dragon out of the Clan Castle shuts this down early, but he still does have Royal Champion. Royal Champion has a chance to sweep through here with her ability, with Diggy. Yeah, I agree. It looked grim for a moment, but that blimp, the Super Archer blimp, got enough to keep him alive.
It sure did. Look at this, the champion and the Diggy moving through the southern side of the base. There's no skeleton traps there to stop her. And we still have Super Archers alive in the Town Hall compartment. I think it's just one there, or is it two? Just one.
That's what it was. It was that Super Archer blimp. Although those dragons got ate up by the Super Archer drag, the Super Archers gutted that core and just set the pathing, set the tone. And Loki is on fire today. Loki.
Look at that. Loki.
What a day. Have a day, Loki.
2 for 2 on the day. He's got to be confident leading his team into an early 3-start here, putting all the pressure on Taco Esports right now.
He threw the Hail Mary and it lands. It gets there. It's a 3-star to start the war. Golden X has got to be feeling great right now.
They got to be feeling on top of the world.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it earlier. They're underdogs coming in and they're playing out of their minds.
Right, and oh my goodness, the pressure on Taco now. That, you got to admit though, that was a cool trick with the Super Drag in the defensive CC. It's not very meta, but when it went in straight into the Rage Tower effect, and it's just doing double damage, I mean, it just annihilated so many troops.
Yeah, but look at those Super Archers working there. Those Super Archers gut the Town Hall. They just gut everything around.
They're able to get both Inferno Towers as well.
That's what the key to the attack was, the Super Archer blimp. Because honestly, when that dragon was eating up the riders and stuff, I was like, oh, this is over. But we didn't even keep an eye on the Super Archers.
We didn't at all, but those Super Archers cleaned house on the left side of the base, and they still stayed alive. Look at that, doing work over on the left side, getting all those defenses as the Baby Dragon comes in and does clean up over there as well. Champion had an easy peasy stroll through the right side of the base as all the Teslas and probably the Skelly Traps were on the northern side where the Dragons just went right through with a Warden ability.
Great call. They're adapting, and I've seen Golden X play. I played against them personally, and I know they are really seasoned Dragon attackers, and it just seems like this base meta right now is built for what they're doing. We did see those few missteps last war, but man, starting the war with the 3-star, you can't start it any better. Literally, you can't start any better than this.
Quite literally, yes, and they've done it 2 matches in a row. So impressive performance from Loki. And now we're going to see what Taco Esports are going to be able to bring to the table. This is going to be such an important, critical attack. Even though it's the first one, they need this early 3-star for the momentum, for the mindset, for the mentality going into the rest of the match.
I agree 100% with that, especially with the way the last war went. You were close on a lot of attacks. If you fall behind early, especially to this Golden X team who's playing really well, you're in a tough spot. And BJG Baller is one of their best attackers, if not the best attacker for this team. He's a Blizz Lalo expert. I spoke with him. He's actually from my home state, so that's my boy. Ohio gang represent. But he looks for the Blizzard and builds the attack around that. So he looks where he can get that Blizzard value, and then he builds the rest of his attack.
And just really quickly, I do want to thank our sponsors of today's event, Snapdragon Elite Gaming. When winning matters, trust Snapdragon. And here we go with BJ Ballerton going in with that Blizz value. He was able to secure the Eagle, got the CC pool, and almost took out the champion. She's still hanging on at 1 HP, Bash.
Yeah, she's close in there, but he did also take down one of those Rage Towers and an Expo, so some pretty decent Blizz value there. Pulling the Clan Castle troops up there so the Queen can go ahead and disperse of that Ice Golem, and it looks like he's going to try to push the Queen, I would say, down into the scatter shot, but he's got to cut her off a little bit.
So we do have that barracks on the right, but he's got the Baby Dragon, the plan B for that barracks. King making his way in, but if that mortar goes down too early, King still goes in. Okay, good.
Perfect.
Now, the Blizz value, one thing I noticed here, I think he was planning on also picking up that upper right multi, but the Wizards were not able to secure it. We'll see if that comes back to bite him in the butt. He's got a wall breaker, 2 of them as he trails them in one after another.
First one lands. Yeah, it's open in there.
Where's that second one at? Did it die early?
It's frozen, or is it? I don't know, I can't see.
I think it died early, Bash, but we're gonna go ahead and start the Lalo from the left side of the base with the Royal Champion helping to shape up some of this pathing.
So Lalo right through the Town Hall here.
Yes, exactly. No Invis Tower behind, but there could be a Tornado Trap still to worry about. We're gonna freeze up that Monolith. Nowhere near 50% to wake up this Town Hall. Can the Owl, can a Minion, can a Pup wake it up, Bash?
Owl's trailing behind. Owl's on a storage. I think he was counting on the Owl to get there, but the Owl is trailing. Why is the Owl so far behind? Oh no.
This Eternal Tome as he passes the Town Hall. Champion comes back. Champion is back. She's going to get it with the freeze spell. Town Hall's low, but he doesn't have champion ability. He's using another freeze on the scatter shot on the other end. Rage Tower on defense. There's the last freeze spell, and the balloons are slowing down. No haze spells here to help him get through into the back into the base bash.
Oh, man, I was worried about that Town Hall there. And you're right, if he gets this multi with the Blizz, it's less worried. But with that multi up, I don't think this has a chance.
No, and the worst part is they're not even going to path to it. You can see the pathing. They're going to go Expo, Air Defense, up to the Archer Tower, and still continue to skip that multi. It is just pecking away at 6 balloons at a time, and they all fizzle out here. And BJ Baller, unfortunately, not going to be able to get it done for his team. Just going for percentage points now.
Man, I think if that multi goes down, those balloons are able to stay up a little bit more, path around, because he still had Queen up for a little bit here, still had some cleanups from here, he still had some extra loads. That's a tough break when you don't quite get everything you were hoping for out of that Blizz. And honestly, like, in my opinion, this is a little bit uncharacteristic of BJJ. In the challenge phase, in the round robin phase, we saw him tripling to open most wars. Do you think the LAN event, the nerves, maybe setting in a little bit?
Possibly. I mean, it might have just been one tiny invis, misplacement, or just didn't let them path over to the Eagle Artillery. Maybe he let that blimp just go one tile too far, and they just never path to that multi, and that can make all the difference in these attacks against these high-level max bases.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, 15 is very tough, and then if the Owl, man, what he needed here was the Owl to step up and just zap over, but those storagers were spaced out enough that the Owl wouldn't chain to it. So he needed to activate that Town Hall, and then having to backtrack and waste the Warden ability essentially hurt him a little bit. So now Taco Esports finds themselves behind yet again.
And this pressure has got to be setting in. Golden X have got to be feeling great right now. I mean, they're going in. Lots of people calling them the underdogs, but they are up by a triple after the first round of attacks. And Pat X coming in to try and make it 2 triples they're up by. He's got the E-Drags, Bash.
More E-Drags. They're seeing something with this, with these Dragon attacks. And like I said, in my opinion, this plays to their strengths. They are really good Dragon attackers. Flinger's going to come in from the top side, set that top funnel. He's going to go ahead and use this Electro Dragon just to cut out some of these buildings. And then if he can sneak these balloons in and get
look
the
at
air
that
defense.
lightning effect from the E-Dragon. Death damage helping to secure that air defense. Now he's just going to be patient. Let that Flame Flinger snipe 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. Create the funnel before he even gets started with the rest of the attack.
And remember, the Flame Flinger has a life of like 2 minutes. So as long as you keep it away from Expos, the Monolith, and a Mortar, that thing will just go. And then after those 2 minutes, your Land Castle troops are popping out. So it's a great way to support the attack later on. But if it does get a little bit closer, this World Champion may step up. I see the heroes coming in from the 6 o'clock position, the south side of the base. Wallbreaker goes in. How is he going to get this Town Hall? Is he looking for the Dragons to pop it as they go by, I guess?
I think he's just relying on 1 or 2 of these E-Drags, side-swiping that Town Hall with a Rage, with a good freeze spell. There's the freeze, but you got to keep an eye on this Monolith. It could be devastating. Some of those Dragons on the left side, he did not catch them in the Eternal Tome. Monolith snipes one, and the other one's not in the Rage spell, Bash.
Go, go, go. Oh, no. The Monoliths work. Okay, good freeze.
He got another Dragon to come back it up.
Oh!
Nicely done with the Town Hall.
That was too close for comfort. Good spell usage, though.
Queen and King wrapping around this bottom side, and take note, his Queen went to ability super early.
Yes.
That is not ideal, but he does have the Champion coming in from the right side of the base to get in front, help assist the King, and hopefully keep this Queen alive for as long as possible, but no wall breakers, and nobody can reach that single target Inferno Tower.
This is tough. The Flinger got really good value, but with the Electro Dragons kind of pathing away from the Town Hall and not clipping it maybe the way he wanted to, it's a little bit rough here. World Champion still has ability, but with all of the scatter, the multi, and the single up, she doesn't stand a chance.
No, not at all. She's going to pop her ability, but that single target Inferno Tower roasts her. Down she goes. The last Dragon falls as well. It's all up to the King and Phoenix just beating on a wall here. They might be able to secure a couple more buildings, but this is a huge defense for Taco Esports and exactly the chance they needed. They can swing this back into their favor if they focus up and get this next attack to be a 3-star.
You see right there on the scoreboard, the first attack, 90%. With this one not quite getting to that 90 mark. If they 3-star, they're right back in the lead. So you're right. Focus up, bring what you have to the table, and get yourself back in the war.
Yep, this one falling short at 86%. Nice try to Pat X, but now this is all about Taco. Can they hit this next 3-star? We're going to see them here. They're getting ready, drinking water. They're thinking about their plans, and the match might come down to a mentality thing here, Bash. I think it could be pretty close in the end.
I agree with that. I mean, there's a lot going on here. There's people roaming around. You've never, a lot of these guys have never had to play with people walking in front of the stage, walking in front of their attacks, people cheering at them. Have you ever tried to play Clash of Clans with a group of people yelling at you? It's got to be tough.
This stadium is loud. This whole event is loud, and it is such an awesome place to be. I can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine. I've been there.
Yeah, I was going to say, haven't you been here before?
I've been there
You've
in
done
that
this.
seat where they've been. It is such an awesome experience, but it can be extremely distracting if you're not able to just dial in and ignore everything. So let's see what Taco Esports are going to be able to come up with in their next attack.
And they're capable. They're very capable. We've seen the stats. These teams are both very close in the stats. We've seen Taco do some really good things throughout the challenge phase. At one point, Eric was calling them our second place favorites. So we know what they can do. We know they can bring it to the table. And it almost looks like Tony may be gearing up here for his attack, getting those final preparations in. And it is Taco Tony himself coming in with an Electro Dragon attack. And we got a clone again. This may be a Blizzard or this may be Super Minions. With the clone, I think this is going to be a Super Minion bomb.
I'm guessing Super Minions, but it's hard to tell. He does have 5 Invis, 2 Rage, 2 Freeze. It could be Archers, it could be Minions, but we'll see what he's up to. Going in with the early Ice Hound to lead the charge for these E-Drags. That is very interesting. Not too often we see that. Normally, if you're taking E-Drags, you're just going to take an extra E-Drag, you know?
Yeah.
You don't see the Ice Hound all too often.
Yeah, the Ice Hounds are really kind of, I don't want to call it weird, but it's a weird play here for E-Drags, let's be honest.
Unusual for sure.
All right, here comes that blimp. It's going to go across with that Warden ability. And remember, he doesn't have to get it right on the Town Hall. He's just got it.
Oh, these
get it
sweepers.
somewhat close. Double pushback. Can he get over the sweeper? Oh, he
Yes.
gets right through. But it lands short. Is it Super Archers?
Can he clone over the wall? I think he needs to here. It's Archers. There goes
Okay.
the clone. He's stuck in that left side compartment. I'm not sure if they can reach the Town Hall from there or not.
And there's
Baz.
an Invis. The Invis is going to go off now, which will make them retarget.
He's only got 1 invisibility spell left.
He doesn't have Town. Oh, no. He's going to have to save this with the heroes.
Oh,
He's got to dive
Bash.
heroes at the Town Hall. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, he doesn't have a choice, and the worst part is that Invis Tower's still alive. He's got to act fast.
Yeah,
or else
before it
that
regenerates.
Invis Tower is
You're
going
right.
to recharge. 40
You're right.
seconds, and he's probably already down to just 30 left before it comes back up.
If not less. Royal Champion's working in here. King and Queen are working around, and they've got a long way to go. Lex, I think this Invis may regenerate by the time the heroes get there. This could be catastrophic.
He does have an invisibility spell still on standby, a freeze as well.
Oh,
Let's
that
see what
Invis
this
is coming up.
champion's going to be able to do here. She's going for the Expo. We're popping her ability early. Is that Invis Tower about to go
He's
off?
trying to get the Invis Tower out with the Warden ability, but it's going to go off.
And it still doesn't go off.
No.
It still
It's
doesn't
still
go off.
alive.
Bash King going for
It's
the
gonna
Town
go
Hall.
off now.
And the Invis. No,
Oh,
the Town Hall's
no.
invisible. Bash.
Oh,
He's
no.
got the Queen ability, though. He goes with the Invis on her. She will be able to secure the Town Hall.
Oh, Tony,
with
don't
her
do
ability.
that to us.
He tried to give us a heart attack. She will get a couple more buildings, but this is not what Taco Esports were looking for with their second hit at all.
Man, it was just a really ambitious blimp going through the 2 sweepers. A lot of times when you do that, you're just going to run that blimp a little bit shorter and gut out that front side of the base and then sweep through with the rest of your troops, but tries to go very ambitious here. He knows he kind of gets skated by there by getting that 2-star, but by being able to secure that 2-star, not panicking. He's not panicking, Lex, but he's able to secure the 2-star and keep his team alive, although still down.
Maybe panicking a little bit. I know I would have been. I
I'm
would have been. But props to him for being able to make sure he gets that Town Hall. It definitely was a little bit scary. But yeah, these sweepers on the blimp, as you can see here, is so devastating. He even tried to freeze the lower one, but the right one still hit, the lower one hit, and then he's backed up all the way, has to recover a lot of the ground that he covered. And then I think this clone spell needed to get the archers into the middle section where that eagle was, so they had better chance to reach the Town Hall, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, and with that Invis going off, it makes them retarget. But he stuck with it. He was able to get the Town Hall with the Queen ability. It's still low percent, and that puts them further behind on percent. So after 2 attacks, we're looking at a spot where Taco may need to win this one on stars. They're down quite a bit now, but we still have 3 attacks for both teams. Maybe they get a defense. Maybe they get a 1-star. And they're right back in this.
Yeah, definitely nothing over yet. Anything could happen, but Golden X have got to be feeling good right now, especially
100%.
going into their next attack. If they can hit another triple right here,
Massive.
they are going to be feeling on top of the world, and we're going to have to see if Taco Esports, if the pressure is going to get to them, because that's what all of this is coming down to.
I agree with that. And looks like we're getting our final preparations for the next attack for Golden X, getting ready to go in here. Hopefully we're not having some issues. Okay, we're good. Players are standing up, it makes me nervous. Here we go, CMX is coming in with the Titan Smash, looks like with a zap. So gonna set the pathing with the Warden Walk, zap out that Expo, and then have the Flinger take down the Town Hall, and then run those Titans all the way through the base.
I'm wondering what he's going to zap. I feel like he might actually zap the Monolith. Yeah, that is what he's going to do. He's going to Rage the Warden to take the Expo.
Okay, fair enough.
And he's going to zap the Monolith, and with the Quake, also wake up the Town Hall. Flame Flinger delayed from the left here is meant to go take out the Town Hall. I do question this Flame Flinger placement after the Expo goes down. I think it's going to go to the right for the Mortar. This could be an issue early on. He needs to go ahead and get that Earthquake in. Perfect timing on the Earthquake. Nice. Zap spells work, but the Flinger is moving to the right side. Does it go back to the left?
If he can get everything in here fast enough and cut it off, but the issue is the Warden's on that storage. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Does it go for the Town Hall? Does it go for the air defense next? Let's see where it goes. It's going for the Town Hall. It makes the turn, Lex.
Oh, and he's even using his last rage spell, double rage Warden Walk. He wants to go ahead and clear the scatter shot nice and early.
And the Queen. He wants to get the Queen also.
The Skelly Trap, though, causing some issues here as he's having to retarget, but Ward says, nope, he snipes the Queen, even with the Tesla in front. That was awesome. Can he get the scatter shot down quick enough? Look at the time on the clock, Bash.
I was just going to say that the time is ticking, and with this attack, you don't want to spend too much more than 1 minute on the Warden Walk, and we're at a minute 20, almost a minute 30 on the Warden Walk. We're taking away. Sam, you got to get the rest of your troops in here. You got to get moving. Queen is in. Here come those Titans. Flinger's still working through here, but a minute 30 left. I think the time's already an issue on this one.
It's definitely a huge issue. Minute 20 on the clock. Not only is he low on time, he's low on spells. Not a single rage, not a single freeze, not a single invis spell to back up this Smash or Royal Champion who's going to be deployed likely from the right side of the base. Honestly, if you already know it's going to be a time fill at some point, I'm not counting him out yet. It might be ideal to use her somewhere else for percent.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. But I think at this point, he's still looking to triple this base, speed things up with this Royal Champion. Good call on the right side. She's right in there on the cannon. He's going to get to the air defense. Warden ability protecting everything through the core, through that single. But again, he doesn't have any rages, so things are going to kind of get stuck in the middle of the base here. He's got nothing to really get them out of there.
Luckily, these E-Titans with their aura are just able to cruise through the CC troops, cruise through the enemy heroes, and all the skeleton traps. They don't care. They are able to one-shot all those skellies. Champion moving through the upper side of the base.
Watch
it's healthy.
Queen went to
Queen
ability.
goes to ability, able to take out the Champion before the scatter shot knocks her out. This is looking good, Bash, but what about the time on the
20
clock?
20 seconds. Oh, come on, Sam. He's got the force, but does he have the time? Royal Champion's still going. She already popped.
Yeti's beating on a wall?
Oh, no. The Titans are stuck on the wall, too. He didn't have that jump. Yeti breaks in. Does he have the clean? Oh, no, it's time. Oh.
Champion gets the scatter shot.
On.
Baby Drag on the top side gets
He's
another
got nothing
building.
For the gold mine.
But nothing for the gold mine.
Sam!
Oh, not even
97!
Not even a big time fill either. He only needed 5 more seconds, if that.
Yeah, he was right there.
Oh, so close. The 90-second Warden Walk for Sam does come back to bite him in the end. But I mean, that Warden did get a lot of value on the Warden Walk.
I mean, it was worth the investment. He just had to go. Remember that one Skelly trap popped up? That might have cost us attack.
That was another 4 seconds on the Warden Walk right there.
That might have cost us attack. That one Skelly trap.
Crazy how one trap can make all the difference. And we saw that in the first war today with that tornado trap stalling up. And I think that was Sam as well doing that attack.
It was.
That's twice today. Just one trap stops him from getting the 3-star. So unfortunate for him and his team. They're going to be looking into their next attack, trying to think about their next plan. But yet again, this opens the door for Taco Esports.
It's Spiz coming up next, and it looks like another Zap Titan attack, so probably a similar entry here. Actually, wait a second, he's going Warden Walk kind of away from Town Hall here. Maybe go Titans through the Town Hall?
I think so. That looks like it's got to be the setup. Flame Flinger on the left side, Warden Walk. He probably wants to, he might zap the scatter. I'm not sure what he's going to zap here.
Yeah, okay,
no,
zapping the multi and the Expo up top. So it's going to create that path and push everything in. My concern here is when you go through the Town Hall, first off, that Poison Tower, it's going to throw and slow down your Titans.
2 Poison Towers right there.
and then you're going to have the Town Hall exploding and giving more poison. So these Titans are going to be stuck in poison for probably a minute straight in the core of this base.
Yep, I can guarantee you he's planning to save the Warden Eternal Tome for that section. If he doesn't, he's going to be in big trouble. But the Eternal Tome could get him through most of that if he times everything perfectly. He's still letting that Warden get some value on the left side of the base here. He definitely wants the scatter shot down.
He's working. He's working. It's close.
Oh, it's doing a lot of damage to his Warden. He doesn't want to use any more spells,
Nope,
but down goes the scatter.
Pull the Warden.
He drops a freeze on the X-Bow, but the Queen's going inside the wall
Wait a
gap.
second. Is she gonna? She's gonna go to the. He does have a jump, so he can jump to Town Hall.
This is going to be interesting. He does have 3 wall breakers. He's trying to adjust on the fly here, dropping some E-Titans in toward the CC troops. Are they pathing
Watch Queen.
inside?
Watch Queen.
Ooh, the Warden ability going off way earlier than he
Yeah.
anticipated. He needs to just be willing to use this jump spell at some point soon.
He's got to put the jump down. The Titans are walking.
He's going with the wall breakers first instead. Into the Eagle Artillery compartment, sends 2 of them. They explode on the same spot. There's the jump spell. It does give him access to the Town Hall, but are his E-Titans going to go there, Bash?
The
Queen!
The Queen. No, the Royal Champion pulls. Or no, is that Queen? I don't know. Something. Queen pulled him out. Yeah, Queen pulled him out there. But his Queen's going to have to grab Town Hall now.
The Queen pulls all of the E-Titans up toward the northern side of the base, and the worst part is they've got the healers with them. Queen pops
Queen's that
ability.
ability.
Can she get
Oh,
the Town
no.
Hall? No more spell
The Town
support.
Hall's-
No
Oh
more
no, Town Hall's
spells.
activated, Lex.
Queen
Oh!
goes down, and it's looking like a 1-star Bash. He's sending his King from the bottom side of the
Oh,
base.
no.
He's got King ability. He's got Champion. He needs to go in to save the 2-star mode.
This is not going Taco's way. King goes to ability early. He doesn't even have Phoenix on the King. He's got Frosty on the King. Royal Champion's gonna have to save Town Hall at this point.
He's got Diggy to stun the Town Hall, but I'm very worried about this Monolith. It's about to switch targets. Luckily, it's going for the Diggy first. Champion's up next, but the Town Hall has so much HP. He's gonna pop her ability. Get some of that health recovery back. Can he
Okay.
get the Town Hall? Look at this,
He's got it.
the skellies from the witches
Oh, my.
distracting the Monolith just in
Jeez.
time, and it saves him. He gets the Town Hall.
I cannot handle these attacks. Why are they stressing us? Oh man, Taco. Things are not going
Look, he's grabbing his heart too.
Things are not going their way this war. This is very unfortunate for them. The last 2 attacks have all gone sideways, and they're lucky just to be alive in this war right now.
That was a scary one for sure. Nothing going to plan on that attack, but luckily the Royal Champion, the Diggy, able to save the day, secure the Town Hall, and it actually came down to a couple of witches on the outside of the base. The
They tanked it,
skeletons
yeah.
were distracting the Monolith
Yeah.
just long enough. If that didn't happen, this was a 1-star.
Oh yeah, yeah. If that Monolith locks onto the Royal Champion after it took down Diggy, it was over with. But luckily he did have the couple witches on there. Good save. I mean, don't panic. They're still alive. They're only down 1 star. The war's not over. But for them, they either need a 1-star defense or they need to triple their next 2 attacks to even have a chance.
Well, yes, they need a triple. It all comes down to this next Golden X attack. If they get a 3-star here, they will be up by 2 triples, and then Taco Esports are in big trouble. So we're back over to Golden X. This war currently still is in their favor, and they've got a chance here to extend their lead. It's Power Raid X coming in with the next attack, Bash.
This base looks very similar to the one Sam hit and was very close on. Coco Loon catches the Seeking Airmine, throws in the Rage early for this Warden Walk. All right, so he's committing the spells to it.
It looks like the exact same
That's
base.
what I was saying. Is this?
This might have been a mistake from Taco Esports running 2 of the same base, but Golden X just time failed on it, and are we about to see the exact same attack? Wait,
Yeah, why not? Why not?
this is awesome. I mean, I'm just baffled by seeing 2 of the same bases in the same war. Warden doing the exact same Warden Walk, Flame Flinger in the exact same position. We're about to see a 10-year-long Warden Walk, trying to go all the way for the scatter shot and the Queen.
But Powerade knows that the time was the issue here, so he's doing a little bit of extra stuff here. He's using the Titan down.
He's
at the
going
bottom.
in early.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not going for the scatter shot.
He's not going for that double takedown with the Warden, the double rage on the Warden. The Flinger's gonna lock onto the Town Hall, so that's perfect. Now he's just gonna push through the middle of the base. Jump spell goes down, gives him access to the middle.
Did that jump spell connect?
Wait, did he miss it?
He might have missed that jump,
he
Bash.
did. That's a tile off. He misses it.
Uh-oh. he
That
could
is
be
a
in
tile off
big
here.
trouble. The King on the right side going to ability with the Champion in the same spot. Baby Dragon on the right side.
Town Hall
Flame Flinger
falls.
does take the Town Hall. These E-Titans easily kill all the CC troops inside that Warden Eternal Tome. But look at this. They're beating on a wall because of that jump spell.
Oh no. He had the plan. It's literally the same base, but the jump spell is out of place here. So now he's got to beat through the wall. If they do finally get through this first wall, the jump essentially does nothing for him here.
Well, it's going to get him into the back-end scatter. I think it reaches that side.
I don't think it does.
It does. Look at the E-Titan hopping the wall right here.
Okay,
Going for the enemy champion. We got more CC troops on the left side of the base, and he's got a lot of time on the clock this time around.
Yeah, time's not an issue. He didn't go for the double rage Sportive Walk. However, things are fading quickly. Queen still has ability. He doesn't have much left here. He's got the Dragon Rider taking down the air defense. Queen's still got ability, but there is a couple Teslas over there on that right side. But remember, the Warden can outrange those Teslas. I think this gets there.
Low, but Queen ability goes off. No Unicorn alive to help healer back up. This is going to be close, but with the Warden
this is there.
Staying alive.
This is what they need, Lex.
I think he's got it.
This is what Golden X needs.
Golden X pulling away with a second
3-star.
3-star against Taco Esports, and they are excited, but they mean business. Look at that. One fist bump and right back to planning the next attack.
What happened, Lex? That had to be a mistake by Taco running the 2 base. That was the same base.
That's crazy. They
Literally
must have had
the
same base on 2 different accounts, and I don't know, must have been a miscommunication in the planning, or maybe they wanted to do it. Maybe it was a mental thing. Maybe they thought they're going to fail on this the first time, they're going to second guess themselves, and then they're going to fail on the same base a second time.
Maybe in their scouting report, Golden X doesn't like these diamond-style bases, they thought. Well, Golden X figured it out and almost got 2 triples from it.
Yes, well, Taco Esports were the favorites going into this match for a lot of people, but the pressure on the line now. They've only got 2 attacks left. They're down 2 triples.
Lex,
I know you're great at math. So what do they need to do?
Taco needs 2 triples and a miraculous defense. At this point, they're already down on percent. They're down 2 stars now, so they got to get 2 triples, and then they need a huge defense. I mean, for me, coming into this war, I know we haven't worked together yet, Lex, but I'm a momentum guy. Golden X had all the momentum, and we're seeing it play out right here. They have that momentum, and they're keeping the ball rolling. All the pressure's on Taco now. They have to answer. They don't have a choice. You have to 3-star here.
Yes, the pressure has got to be so huge, and if you're the 4th attacker for Taco Esports
Come on, Easy.
You got to be shaking a little bit. He's going in with the Super Witch plan on this one. I think the Super Witch attack we saw in the last match ended up crushing a base, so it was working out really well. And notice on this one, he's bringing the lightning spells. What is he zapping away?
Well, he's working in here, zapping in the Expo, multi-target Inferno. He's taking his time.
Oh no, Bash, he delayed.
He
delayed the lightning spells, and the Builder Hut repaired the Expo, and it's still alive.
Why did he why?
That is so unfortunate for everybody at home when those Builder Huts are by the Expo, by the multi. You cannot wait. You cannot delay or stagger those lightning spells. The Expo stays up on 1 HP, and the Builder Hut repairing it all the way back up to full health. But he's got the Super Witches moving into the right side of the base here.
But if the Witches don't clip this Expo, the Expo's going to lock onto the Flinger when it steps up. So this is the big issue here. He could have also got the multi down with that Flinger, or with the Zap instead. Instead, he gets nothing, and now he's in a little bit of trouble working through here. He's got to push the Witches down towards the Town Hall. That's his plan for the Town Hall, for the Witches to go through there. If this Flinger gets taken down early, he could be in trouble.
Luckily for him, the Super Witches, the Queen, are pathing nicely. They got stalled up on the Lava Hound there for a little bit, but they snipe it. Nice. They sideswipe that Expo, and they're still pathing the way he wanted to. Look at that juicy wall break he was able to hit.
That's a good wall break. That is an incredible wall break to sneak it in that far. All right, Invis goes off on the Town Hall. But everything's not quite there yet, so it's not really going to affect things too much. Warden ability goes off, and he's going to try to push through this compartment. Where are the Witches at in there? Are they trailing behind?
I can't tell if the Witches are still alive or if they already died. I see one in there at least. The Queen is low. She's got her ability. We're just now securing the Town Hall for that second star. The CC troops coming out of the Flame Flinger on the top side of the base. A Yeti E-Titan to help support.
But the Witches are gone.
The Witches are gone, and it all comes down to the Queen ability. What value can she get? And the Champion on the bottom side here, Bash.
Champion's got to sweep through and clean this base up. With the defending World Champion, it's going to be tough. You need the Queen to take down this defending Champion right now. If she gets the Champion, 1, 2, 3, she does. And then she's stepping up to the Scatter.
The Skellies.
It's still alive. It's still alive. If Queen gets the Skellies, World Champion has ability
has a
in
chance
Diggy.
here.
Get your cleanup in. You got cleanup. All right, cleanup's working.
Look
Easy's
at that. The Seeking Shield ability.
got a chance.
The
He's got
Skelly
it.
Trap. Diggy stuns the Expo. This is a race against the clock, Bash.
30
This
seconds.
champion's not going to die.
Yeah, the World Champion's got through here, but he's got a lot of base to clean up here. 20 seconds remaining. Easy, this did not go his way, but he stuck with it, fought through adversity, and now he's looking at a 3-star. He's just got to clean up these last 7 buildings.
These 2
6
storages
buildings,
on the right
5
side of the
buildings.
base. 9,
He's working,
8,
Lex.
7.
Come on,
6.
Easy,
The
you need
Phoenix
this.
gets through the right one.
You
The
need this for your
Wizard.
team.
3,
2,
2, 1.
No! Oh, the heartbreak for EZ! No value out of the zaps, and it's a 99% time fill. Nothing is going Taco's way today.
99.9%.
Oh
That storage
my.
was so low, and that's got to be heartbreaking for Taco right now. But if you're Golden X, you got to be sitting there with such a big sigh of relief.
If you're Golden X, just go 2-star.
2-star.
Just 2 stars win wars, baby.
Can you 2-star Bash?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. 2 stars win wars.
Depends how many
indeed.
invisibility towers there are.
Oh, true. They can be tricky.
Oh, man, look at this. Oh, that's so
heartbreaking.
unfortunate. I
But-
feel for you, EZ, man. That was tough, bud. You had it. You recovered. He recovered so well from that. He had the early mistake and just persisted right on through it.
He was still able to push through.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
impressive. That'd be basically swag 7 spells.
Yeah, Golden X now. Panda's going to come in. And it looks like we got a little hodgepodge here. A little Zap Titans. Okay. Zapping out early, getting the Monolith and the Rage Tower down.
Bash?
Wait, it's not the same. It's similar.
It's not the same. I thought it was the same basic.
I was thinking the same. It's very similar, but not exactly
It's
the
just
same.
the Town Hall and the Monolith and the Expos.
Yeah, I saw it too, and I was like, no shot. No shot this is the same base.
But it looks like they're setting up a very similar plan with the
Well, why
Zaps for
not?
the Monolith, the Flame Flinger for the Town Hall. I am a little worried, though, as he still hasn't started his Warden Walk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe being too cautious here?
Maybe he's got a different plan for the setup with the Warden. Maybe not even trying to snipe one of those Expos early. He's still just being patient.
But
Let
you
the
gotta
Flame Flinger
gotta
do
be
its
careful of
thing.
this bow locking. Okay, so Flinger's going to get Town Hall. Always got to be cautious of that. He's being very deliberate here. All right, Queen is going to walk here. Here come the healers. Put the healers right into an Archer Tower, unfortunately.
That is unfortunate. Looks like he's going to lose one of his healers early. Wizard on the left side to help push the Queen up. But I'm worried about this Expo that she cannot reach just yet.
It's a big issue for the Queen. She's under a lot of pressure here. I don't understand why he wouldn't go Warden Walk here. A little bit of an interesting play.
No, we definitely saw the other plan absolutely demolish a base very similar to this, and I'm surprised they don't do the exact same setup. This one could be a little wonky, but if Queen goes in, snipes the Expo, but she's skipping it. The pathing could be weird. Does she go to the left or to the right?
I don't think it really matters too much because all he really needs here is just to get that 2-star. Let's be honest, Lex. If you're Golden X, you're the underdog, you're not even supposed to be here today. And now you're looking to upset Taco Esports and eliminate them from the complete tournament.
And
Panda's
look
just
at
got to
this,
get the
47,
50%.
48, 49,
And there they have
here
it.
comes 50. Golden X have eliminated
Wow.
Taco Esports
Who would've
from the
thought?
tournament today. Panda X able to lock in that win, and he's still pushing for the 3-star. He's got some time on the clock here, Bash.
Yeah, but I did not like the start of this attack. No disrespect, Panda, but I did not like that Queen Walk when the Warden Walks were working so well on these type of bases for you.
He still has 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes alive. As soon as I say that, I jinx his Grand Warden dying to a giant bomb, but there's a Tesla farm on the back end. There's Skelly Traps.
Oh,
Luckily,
Queen goes
E-Titans can one-shot all of them. The champion has her ability.
Wait,
We've
what?
got 32 seconds.
Is Panda trying to say that I don't know what I'm talking about? Like, shut up, Bash, I got this? I think I read his lips. Shut up, Bash, I got
Champion
this.
goes down to the Tesla, but
What?
the
No
skeletons
shot.
sneak in. They take out the scatter shot. The king on 1
No shot.
HP with the archer and wizard on the left side of the base. This is a race against time.
Wow.
He's got 10 seconds. Can he get the storage?
It's close.
Close to the left side. King goes down, but the Phoenix brings him back to life. The wizard picks up
It's
the
a
storage.
3-star.
And with 3 seconds
Wait, no,
to spare,
no! The bow!
the
The bow!
Expo!
The bow!
We forgot about
I
it!
told you!
How did we miss the Expo?
It doesn't matter. Panda, I'm sorry for disrespecting you, but also you should have Warden Walked there to get that bow. I'm just kidding,
That
man.
one Expo that he
Where did
skipped
that
from
come
the
from?
beginning. He zoomed in and we didn't see it.
You called it, though. The Queen didn't go in and clip it, and it ends up costing the 3-star. But luckily for Golden X, they already have the war secured.
Another 12-star performance for Golden X. And look at this. They got a 97 and a 99. They could have had 14 stars. They
Yeah.
have got to be feeling great right now.
They legit came to play today, and they did. Like, they're looking really good. I mean, let's be honest, Lex. Against Lotus, they don't pop that Queen ability early. They're probably an upper bracket, but I like what Golden X is doing here today. I'm very impressed by them.
I'm liking it as well.
Ethan, you gotta go out with some pride here and keep your head held high. You know that the war's over. You can't get 4 stars. Although in the future, in Builder
We
Base,
could try.
in the Builder Base, you'll be
try.
able to get 6 stars in the future.
Oh, that'll be nice. But we got Ethan with the last attack of the match here, and let's see if he can get it done. Put some pride into his team's name here for Taco Esports. Can they finish with 11 stars? He's going with more Super Witches. We saw it almost work with the swag zaps before. Can he get this one?
We'll see. We'll see. They've been. It just seems like it just hasn't been their day. If something could go wrong on an attack, it did, and it has every single time. They've had to go into scramble mode on 2 of their attacks, and they're just lucky to even be at a 10-star chance here, maybe 11-star with the 3-star. So Ethan coming in, setting up the pathing nice. Let's see if he can get there.
He's not doing a long Warden walk on this one. He's just sending the Super Witches in pretty early. King on the top side to help funnel. He's got a Flame Flinger activated, but he hasn't actually deployed it yet. That's very interesting to note.
Yeah, that is a good call there. And with the Flame Flinger having that about 2-minute lifespan, you want to get that in as early as possible because it can work, and then your Clan Council troops can work.
There it is from the upper side of the base, behind the King, and I'm honestly a little concerned. I mean, the King's going to get those defenses anyway.
He's not going to get much value out of it. It's going to just have to keep chugging along here. It is still a very ambitious plan as the Witches have to get all the way to the Town Hall yet. We have Warden ability yet to be deployed. We got Rages, we got Freezes, so he's got plenty to go through here, but that Town Hall is about to get raged up with the scatter shots, and that could be an issue.
Yes, he's definitely trying to save this Eternal Tome for that Town Hall section with the double scatter shot, and look at that. Both of them doing double damage, both Expos doing double damage. We wake up the Town Hall, the Eternal Tome has been popped. We secure the Town Hall for that 2-star, but can he get this 3? He sends in the champion from the lower left, but no more spell support, and we still got a Barbarian King to worry about with, look at that Tesla farm.
Man, this is tough. Oh, I feel for Taco Esports today because sometimes it's just not your day, and that's been the case here. Every little thing has gone sideways for them, especially in this war. This was a very rough war for this Taco team. Uncharacteristic of how they've been playing recently, but also we've seen where they can be hot and cold, and unfortunately, that happened to hit today.
This still has a chance to go through. He has 2 back-end headhunters for the King, but I am worried if another Skelly Trap pops here, this champion is going to be in big, big trouble. Diggy to stun the Warden Tower, but there's the Skelly Trap I was talking about. Is she going to go down? We still have CC troops. Does he have Super Miners out of that Flame Flinger?
Yeah, it looks like it. Super Miners are going to act like an Inferno. They'll ramp up and do more damage over time. So the longer they're on that storage, the better. But Real Champion goes down, and defenses are still up 13 seconds. Does he have enough time to get through here? I
The
don't
Super Miners are
think
so strong. It's just a race against the clock and nothing going for that army camp on the right side of the base.
Oh, Ethan. Ethan's been, he's been so good today, too. And just a heartbreaker of a 98% time failure. GG's to both these squads. And Golden X gets the upset and continues their journey here at the Snapdragon Pro Series.
And Taco Esports, nice try to them. A valiant effort, but they are eliminated here today.
All right, the stage is set. The players are ready, and let's get ready to kick into this. Ladies and gentlemen, the lower bracket finals of Philly and Nebula. Golden X, one of these teams, is moving on to the grand finals of the Snapdragon Pro Series for DreamHack San Diego.
Yes, we can see them getting ready with their plans here. The first attack coming in any second. This is going to come down to a match about pressure, Eric. Do you think both these teams have what it takes to get through that?
I think they've already proven that. To be able to withstand the pressure that they had to go through to get here today. They've had their clutch moments. And, I mean, I think the only thing that has held both of these teams back here is the time on the clock. but it looks like we're just about ready to kick into it. And I mean, the pressure ramps here, and you know that with only a couple minutes of plan here, this first attacker is always going to set the tone for the war. And if they can come out swinging with a triple, then they can put that very, very strong pressure nice and early. This one looking like a mix of a lot of different dragons. And we'll see if he can get it done with a double clone and 5 invisibilities.
Yes, we've seen Loki do this first attacker for his team in both their previous matches today, and both times securing the 3-star early on. It's been so pivotal for his team's success, but what happened to his battle blimp here?
What? That blimp fell way short here. He's in a lot of trouble right out of the gate here. He's got the super archers. He still decided to clone up. He still is sticking with the clone, but I think he even cloned in some dragons there, so he's not even getting a lot of super archers. That's a problem here. That's a big problem, and he needs to now find a way to salvage this, but getting to the town hall here is going to be difficult. He's got ground expos, single inferno, and most devastatingly, the defensive king will block his path here.
That battle blimp in the warden ability, he must have accidentally misclicked it open, but now he's got to go into recovery mode. He's got a royal champion. He's got an invisibility spell, but Eric, there is a single target Inferno Tower behind that town hall, and where is he sending this champion?
I don't know that he can recover this. He tries to skip the king, but the town hall is still standing. He steps his way into it. He gets the stun, but the king steps forward. He's not gonna get it. Are you kidding? Golden Axe with a 1-star, a massive defense to open up here for Aphelion Nebula. If they triple right now, they're in a huge advantage. They're gonna need a defense to pair with this, or they're gonna be down by 2 stars.
The blimp misplay, and not only is it a 1-star, Eric, but it is low percent. Aphelion have got to be happy about this going into their first attack.
Oh yeah, definitely, and coming in with Loki as their opener, where he was able to open their last 2 wars with a triple at the start, and then to have this happen, that is tragic here for him.
This has got to be big for their team mentality, big as well. And Aphelion, I mean, they're gonna be happy. They're gonna be looking to secure a nice, easy 3-star. If they do that here, they are gonna be up by 2 stars, and that is just huge for momentum.
Yeah, that's a rough spot to be in here for Golden X, the underdog in this competition. They've done so well so far, but I mean, the pressure maybe cracking a little bit there. I don't know what happened. Do you think he had something hit it, or do you think he manually opened it on accident? I know when your fingers are getting jittery here and you got the pressure
I
at
think
the
the Eternal
stage.
Tome ability was in effect, so I'm pretty sure he manually clicked that blimp by mistake.
Oh, that's rough. That's really, really rough there. I mean, I don't know how many times I've done that.
I've done it
when I
once or
get
twice
nervous.
as well.
Yeah. Oh man, it's terrible when it happens. But with an attack like that, we're using so much right out of the gate there. You really lean heavy on that blimp to go in there and secure the town hall takedown. And when it misses, then exactly this happened.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this attack. It relies so heavily on the Super Archer blimp, and if that part doesn't go right, the rest of the attack is just trying to recover. And unfortunately on this one, the king over by the town hall, the single target Inferno Tower, it just wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, there was just way too much in that area there to push that road champion. Even just the king right there is difficult for him to push through. But now we get to see the response here. If they can get a defense, they can stay in this war. But otherwise, they're going to be down by 2 stars right out of the gate, and going to be playing an uphill battle the rest of the way through. It is Lightning to take out everything on the left side of the base there with that Rage Tower and the Inferno on the outside, and they'll quickly try to form the funnel using the Inferno Dragon to snipe off the defensive king, funneling up top, and now we'll see if he can get his heroes in. This is a mass hog attack here from so on.
Yes, but real quick, I think we want to thank our sponsors over at Snapdragon Elite Gaming. When winning matters, guys, trust Snapdragon. And so I'm bringing the 35 Hog Riders here. I don't think we've seen Hog Riders at all today so far.
Very true, but he's going to be pairing it with a Wall Wrecker, and with the Lightning clearing out one area, and then the heroes taking all the defenses on the right. The Wall Wrecker is going to be trying to go in there and secure the town hall. Now, there is a, was that a poison tower? Where did that poison come from?
That's an
his own
offensive poison
Okay,
spell.
well, he's not going to have any problems as long as this Wall Wrecker arrives at the town hall, and I assume you'll have some sneaky goblins inside to secure the town hall, and here comes the Hogs, Lex.
Here they come from the right side of the base. That's a lot of bacon as he pops the Warden ability to try and get through this Rage Tower section. Look at all these defenses getting ready to do double damage.
lot of damage here, but he's got the heal spells that are going to keep him alive a bit there. They just need to survive long enough to give the World Champion a delivery into the backside defensive queen, but his queen is right there. She's actually in position. Can't distract, go over to fight that queen. She's walking
She's going
away.
the wrong way.
Okay, well, that's the problem, but he still has the 3 headhunters on standby. If he times them right here as they cross in from the bottom now, then that could be deciding whether this goes in for a triple or the critical defense that Golden X needs.
The 3 headhunters going for the Archer Queen. They take her out as the champion ability went through and sniped several defenses on the bottom of the base. 2 more Hogs distracting the scatter shot. Can we get Diggy to stun the scatter? He does. Skelly traps to distract, but it doesn't matter.
Let's go.
The champion's there. The Warden's there. You can see him getting excited. It's looking like a 3-star for Aphelion Nebula to capitalize on that 1-star defense.
2 stars up to lead off this lower bracket finals. Aphelion Nebula showing that they came to play and trying to push back to take another swing at Lotus. Both of these teams, by the way, got knocked down lower bracket by Lotus, so both of them want the chance to go back for their revenge, and Soham has definitely started him off on the right foot here to do exactly that. Brilliant attack there. You don't see a lot of Hog Riders, but he made it look easy.
Yeah, first time we saw Hog Riders today. Also, the first time we saw the Wall Wrecker today.
True,
We
yeah.
had 2 new things that we're not used to seeing in this meta, and it just worked out perfectly against this base from Golden X.
Indeed, and when you see these defensive rage towers, we know the Hogs excel at going through them because any damage that's lingering there, you heal through it. You get the ward ability to charge in while the rage tower is activated, and you're able to negate a lot of that damage, taking advantage of the speed of the Hogs, and if they're staying on the ground there right in front of the World Champion, then they just form a shield for her, but you can see those headhunters, they cross through. They arrived right at the perfect time. Picture perfect timing on that, carries him through to the end, and that's a big pickup here for Aphelion Nebula, and that puts Golden X into a rough spot right out of the gate.
Puts them into a very rough spot. The pressure on them is going to be insane going into this second attack, and it's going to be a critical one. You need to step up to the plate here. Look at that face. So awesome reaction right there from him. But you can see, look at the stress on Golden X. They know this next attack is everything.
Okay, well, let's see if they can make it happen. He's going to break out the clone. He's got 5 invisibility, which leads me to believe this could be a super minion attack. Not deployed any heroes initially, just getting a basic funnel and charge the Dragons through this area with the Rage Tower on defense around the Eagle Artillery. This blimp is going the distance all the way across the middle, and inside of that blimp is...
He does have archers.
Okay, it's a Super Archer Bomb.
Yep, Super Archer Bomb with 1 clone only. He's got 2 freezes on backup, gets the Town Hall, getting more defenses. Interesting to see the E-Drags paired up with this instead of the normal Dragons. The Ice Hound also was an interesting touch, but now we got the King and Queen moving through the right side of the base, and look how many E-Drags he still has alive on the left.
Very true, but they're going to not only get into that area, but they're getting chains into the air defense so they can quickly relieve the damage off of them, and then they can get chains into the Teslas as well. They're moving strong there. He's got a defensive queen on the right side. He's got headhunters on standby. He's got freeze spells on standby, and overall, the biggest thing I'm worried about is this Tesla farm area on the left side with the Warden and the King there. These E-Drives getting a couple of shots through the area and softening it up a bit here for his heroes to arrive in and take it out at the end is going to be critical. And he's actually doing a decent job of softening up there. 1 or 2 more shots. There we go. And he will have the Warden continue to work there while the heroes continue their push across the right.
Warden trying to snipe this multi-target Inferno. King, Queen, and Champion all working along the right side of the base. He pops the RC shield, still has the Queen ability, and he still has a freeze on standby. Elects to use it early here to get through the Expo, and the Warden getting stuck on the best air defense of the game here.
He is, but you know what? He's staying away from the defensive Warden here, and he continues to dish out damage. Now he joins in with the group there. King goes to Phoenix,
got it, Eric.
and Pat will get the triple for Golden X that matches the triple, and it will relieve some of their earlier mistakes off of the board there, and that gives them a chance to make a comeback. But once again, we're in the same situation as we were as we went into Aphelions' first attack. They were able to match the triple, and now they're gonna need the defenses. So at least they keep their offense kicking here and make up for the mistakes.
That attack was huge for their mindset. Tells them they are still in this game. They could get a couple defenses here if they land another triple. We are on level playing field.
Yeah, exactly. But I love what this Warden did here. He's just sitting outside of the area of the king there. And those E-Drags were able to push far enough into that area of the base when they did split off from the heroes, and they continued to work on that left side. But they were able to trim it out just enough so that he could just avoid fighting the king for the most part. But everybody else arrives in force into that area, and he's able to power through without any issue. Just overwhelming the backside. Had a queen ability to swag on top of everything else there. That was a very nice Electro Drag attack, and it was a super archer and super wizard that were inside of that blimp.
Yeah,
It wasn't
both
just one. It was the mix of both. I think Bash likes to call that the Wombo combo.
The Wombo combo gets it done against that Aphelion base, giving Golden X a chance in this match. And now, a little bit of pressure over to Aphelion.
Oh yeah, they got the first. They met the pressure with the triple on the first one here, and now we'll see if they can do it again, or if they start to open up a little bit of an opportunity for the comeback. But I mean, it's gonna be their war to lose at this point here after that opener, so they just got to keep the pressure on. They got to keep the percentages high, because the percentage on that 1 star at the very start was down in the 60s. So I mean, they got to keep the percentages high so that even if they tie at the stars, they still hold that. But as you see, we got our performance meter maxing out here, 118 frames per second for the
fast.
Snapdragon Elite Gaming meter there. But that's a lot of pressure now for them to sustain their lead.
Yes, this war is in their hands right now. Even if they aren't able to secure a 3-star, like you said, percentage is everything right now. They can just ride percentage out for the rest of the match. And as long as they're not down by stars, they are going to be moving on to the grand finals. But we got Dobspin coming in with a little queen charge Lalo.
Okay, he's going to set up for the queen on the side of the base there. Just a little bit of a funnel with some blues, taking out a perimeter cannon. And now can start to push his way in with the king getting funneled by the queen. The king and the queen are funneling each other into the base there. Just a nice timing between those two heroes to make sure that the king goes and the queen ends up peeling off to the north side. She's going to go in as well. And as soon as the king is clear and the queen is sustaining damage, he deploys his healers, and there's no risk of a transfer there as the king able to clear out his compartment after he got the job done to get the queen where he wants her to go.
Rage Tower going off on defense. Multi's doing double damage, but the wall breaker gets all the way in.
Nice.
Skeleton spell with the champion on the top side to set the other half of the funnel for this queen walk, and you can see exactly what he's trying to shape up. Queen to the core, but the CC timing could be wonky here. He goes with the free spell, so that way she gets the Inferno Tower first, and the healers are safe.
Okay, but here comes the Lalo, and I'm always worried. I've seen so many 1-stars come out of this situation where you have the Rage Tower and the Multi-Inferno by the Town Hall. No sweepers to knock him back. He's got some spells to support, but he can't freeze the Town Hall and the Multi-Inferno together. Town Hall's about to activate it. Here comes the damage. The Blues need to cooperate.
Oh, the tornado
trap pulls him away. This is a real
spinning.
1-star risk. Get in there, Watermelon's gonna fade.
Balloons.
He's all gonna, it's not a 1-star, but every single one of these blues is gonna get struck, and he'll be left with just the queen charge and whatever. Looks like Blues and a drag miner pop out of that flame flinger. This is stopped in its tracks, and it looks like it's gonna be a defense there. I'm telling you, these bases are very, very, very challenging to Lalo. He tried to do it anyways, and he'll keep on pushing as long as he can. He's still got a lot of resources, but this queen can't do it all on her own here, Lex.
Yeah, he's still got a rage spell, still got the queen ability and an invis, can allow this queen to pick up a lot of percent. I'm almost wondering if it would have been better to try and just blimp the Town Hall early in the Warden ability and have the balloon skip all the way around through the right side of the base, dodging that Giga Poison.
Right, but I mean, I think a lot of people have been opting to use Dragon Riders in the place of the balloons in this exact situation. And I don't know which would have performed better here, but this queen keeps on moving. And that does leave a decent amount of percentage on the board right now. He throws in his last invisibility, and every single one of his troops on the right side. There was no exposed buildings over there, but he finds a way to get some extra buildings down. He can't use the headhunters. They're useless here because they'll go straight to the defensive king and the road champion. And he'll at least try to get something done with them to help support the queen. But yeah, he'll reach into the 80s here, which is still significantly higher than the miss there out of Golden X. But you have to remember that if we do end up in the situation where they make the comeback, getting 20 or 15 to 20 buildings out of this attack and 15 or 20 buildings out of another attack, they need 2 misses on the Aphelion side anyways to make the comeback. So this does set them up in the right direction if they want to stage a comeback here.
Indeed, this opens the door for Golden X. They got to be feeling a little bit better after seeing that defense. Now if they come through with another triple, like you said, then a defense, they are going to even it up.
Okay, but getting a triple after that is not easy. He did this Lalo, I'm telling you, this arrangement where so many of these defensive bases with the box bases, we saw it all over in the World Championship qualification in the CoC Cup just earlier this month, where a lot of teams have shifted to these box bases with the multi-inferno and the Town Hall with the Rage Tower right in between, and it is extremely challenging to push a Lalo through. That's why we saw the quick adaptation of what Lotus has been doing, who's waiting for these teams in the grand finals, and they have mastered a way to take them down, but you can see other teams are struggling with them sometimes, and the teams who have mastered a way to take those down are the teams that are setting themselves apart right now.
Yeah, those combinations with the multi and the Barbarian King, often paired up with the Tesla farm.
Yeah.
Right in front of that Rage Tower.
Dangerous.
It is tricky, because all the classic meta attacks, most of them don't have a good way to take advantage of that section.
Exactly, exactly. But this is an attack that can take advantage of it. We've seen it a handful of times already. It is going to be the clone bomb with invisibility. I assume Super Minions, because he's landing right on top of a bomb tower. Super Minions drop out of there. He clones them up, rages them up, makes them invisible again, and he will try to get the Town Hall down, pick up the Spell Tower, go with the Poison Tower on defense. They're going to throw in and slow down his strikes, but also going to kill some of the Super Minions, but he's getting good value out of it. That should work.
Yep, half those Super Minions not in the Poison Tower effect at all. He's able to get the value. Can he get the Poison Tower down too? There's nothing shooting the Super Minions now. They've cleared all the major defenses. They're flying up for the Poison Tower. Gonna be able to, oh, they might not get it. They might not. The Eagle and the Monolith lock on, the Poison Tower low. He's already sending all the Inferno Baby Dragons in from the top side of the base.
Well, the Super Minions did last long enough to distract the round of Eagle Artillery Strikes there. The next round is gonna go to the Dragon Riders up top, but he's got to push into the core of the base here. He got very few troops to come out of the defensive CSC with only air troops in the area. So these Inferno Dragons are going to critically need to push in and get the defensive CC building destroyed. If he gets out of the way and he can clear defensive heroes out of the way, then he's in a very, very strong spot. So really the only defensive hero is the King. He grabs the CC, freezes the Monolith. Sam looking good here. This might be the comeback story. He's pushing strong to the core of the base here.
He was able to get through that Monolith, but all the Inferno Dragon fizzling out at the last second there. We got the King, we got the Queen. He sent a Headhunter that died a little early. This is going to come down to what the Royal Champion can get.
Okay, but the King's right there providing tanking. The Royal Champion under very little damage. The Rage Tower has faded at this point, so he'll get this Eagle Artillery engaged here shortly and stop taking those strikes, but in the meantime, the King is going to absorb the last strike there while he's under the Phoenix, keeping the damage off of his Royal Champion. He's out of spells, but he has the RC ability. If the RC takes the Expo Scatter Shot, he's got the triple here, and the Queen can wrap around, but she's under heavy fire. Ground Skelly stall her up, and Sam looking like he's gonna get shot down in this one. That Expo going down was absolutely critical, and it's gonna be firing away at the Queen and stop her as well.
That Expo Scattershot combo on the back end with the Skelly Trap to distract. The champion falls. The Queen goes to ability. The Unicorn gets picked on. And it's another defense for Aphelion Nebula.
That was so close. That was so incredibly close there. If that Royal Champion didn't have the ground skellies, then that Expo's at low HP. It got hit by the RC ability. Diggy could have gotten in there and got the stuns, and then he could have got her to take the turn and got the Diggy to get the stun of the scatter shot. It would have been a completely different story, but it is defenses here for Golden X, and that is going to not give them the opportunity they're waiting for, at least to get the percentage decently high, but that makes so that they need another defense here if they want that comeback.
Golden X relying on at least 2 more defenses now, and Aphelion, they only have 3 attacks left. So if they hit 1 triple here in their last 3 attacks, they are looking good in this match.
Yeah, then they would rely on, or Golden X would rely on Aphelion to get a 1-star at some point there, which, I mean, obviously is possible. You never know what's going to happen.
You
but
never know.
They can always play it a little bit more safe once they reach that point, but they still hold that strong percentage advantage after that first exchange. So that's really set them up for success. They're in a very, very good spot, and Golden X is still remaining to be in a lot of trouble. They are so close to be able to clutch that triple, though, and make the comeback, but it looks like we're going to see another Inferno Dragon attack here, and another base, this one with tons of heavy defenses around the Town Hall.
Seeking air mines.
Oh, man. There's a big value right there if he can claim it.
He's going with a super minion blimp yet again. The blimp dies a little early in the dead zone there. That's meant to stop a Blizz, but the super minions don't care about walls. They fly right over, take out the Town Hall, getting some of the CC pull. I think they did pull all the air targeting troops. I just see 2 headhunters there.
Yeah, that means he needs to, once again, we need to see the heroes and any other ground troops avoiding the CC range there until these Inferno Dragons can go in there and take it down. And once again, Inferno Dragons going to take advantage of the sweepers, facing off to the right towards the Eagle Artillery side of the base. And they will come in right behind it. And remember, every time an Inferno Dragon gets knocked back, it resets their Inferno Beam, and it makes it difficult for them to advance through the base and keep their damage output high.
Right, that's exactly why he's going in behind both sweepers here with the Inferno Dragons, popping the Eternal Tome. Everybody invincible for 8.75 seconds as we get in range of that Monolith, get in range of the Archer Queen. But look at that, the Lava Hound getting pulled out. That's not good news.
Okay, but we've seen teams overcome this, and he does get the Inferno Dragons. The quick, he's still okay. He's got Inferno Dragons on the outside of the base there, clearing up the trash. We'll get the King back in action, but the Royal Champion on offense is the first to arrive into the defensive King. And Damien is going to give that opportunity for Golden X one more time. They gotta keep the percentage high here. Every percentage point is gonna be critically important to keeping their lead if they have a tie on stars, if Golden X is able to take advantage of this.
That Rage Tower goes off again. Both Expos doing double damage, and the Queen goes to ability. She gets the right one, but as the ability wears off, that upper Expo just absolutely snipes her. And the percentage, respectable, but not that high, Eric.
Yes, another minion down south here, going to pick up a little bit more. If it can stay out of the range of the Arch Tower, it could potentially pick up the cannon here. That's going to be right on the border of the range, but it's looking like it does step up, so 20 buildings left on the board. With 15 dropped out earlier, that's going to put them down to within reach here. Realistically, they are within reach of Golden X if they can take advantage of it. So as we reach the midpoint of the board, 3 attacks done for each team, and 1 triple on the board there for each, but that 1-star really, really holding back there. The percentage really holding them back, and they have to win this exchange here. If Golden X wins this next exchange, then we could be on a level playing field, go into the final attacks here to decide who moves on to the grand finals.
Absolutely, this next attack going to be so critical. Golden X hitting the triple and getting a defense means anything could happen going into the last round of attacks. Damien just not able to get through this one. That Hound stalling him up, the Queen walking to the core instead of going and backing up the Barbarian King on the top side. And the Champion getting to the King first really made a huge difference there.
Yeah, we've seen so much success with this attack here. It's very surprising that it got stalled up there so heavily as they moved, even like that Rage Tower didn't even go off there, and it was still, he was stopping it before he even reached it. So if that Rage Tower went off on top of that, then he was going to be in trouble regardless. So I'm not sure really what he could have done differently, but I mean, take note of that base right there, because if we found a way to solve how to take those bases down, then that one is resistant to the plan that has been dealing with him.
Well, that attack strategy in general relies heavily on exactly how you use your skeleton spells to distract the heroes, to distract the Monolith, for your Inferno baby dragons, and that attack happens so fast. Sometimes we can't even see where they're dropping the skeleton spells.
Oh yeah, but okay. They're going to return fire. It is a very similar base. We once again see actually this one only has the 1 Rage Tower on the Town Hall side of the base, but it is gonna be the blip. They're going to return fire and give them a taste of their own medicine, but we'll see if they can do it better. If Powerade X is able to do this better than what Damien did as he strikes directly back against him, then it could put his team into the lead here, but he does drop the super minions takes out the Rage Tower. Okay, but it's fine. He waits it out. He has other targets he can go after. Claims the Inferno, takes the Town Hall, picks up the Expo. Powerade X has set himself up for success here.
Look at that value. Everything in the Town Hall compartment completely annihilated. Inferno baby dragons moving into the top left side of the base. Early Warden ability, but the one thing on this one, no skeleton spells to help distract.
Very true, but he does have a strong push here moving. He'll be fighting the sweeper. I don't like to fight sweepers with Inferno Dragons. We just talked about it. He's got the freezes that he can use to potentially lock that up there, but does he have anything on the inside there? Everything goes invisible.
He's got one super minion still. Dragon Rider goes back to the upper multi. Lots of Inferno Baby Dragons by the Monolith, by the Eagle Artillery. King goes to ability. The Queen is extremely healthy, and he still got that champion on standby.
He does, and he's got invincibility to support. Defensive row champion stands ahead here. He gets down the sweeper with the internal dragons, making so the other ones can now push into the row champion without the knockback, causing lots of problems. Look at that Dragon Rider up top.
Does he get
it's
the multi?
working on the multi.
He
the
gets it.
Dragon step through.
He gets it.
He's looking good, Lexnos.
He's gonna get it! The Inferno Dragons moving through with the Queen, with the champion. Even the King's still alive. We got all 4 of them working in tandem, cleaning up the base. Plenty of time left over, and this is exactly what Golden X were looking for. They are back in this match.
Show them some love, ladies and gentlemen. Golden X has now recovered from their 1-star. They've done exactly what they needed to do, and they have a potential to get on top here, but it relies on the defenses of Aphelion. It is going to be going down to their next attack here. 4th attack can decide whether they stay in the lead or not. They control their own fate.
Talk about a momentum swing. Aphelion Nebula can still maintain the lead with a triple, but there's so much pressure going into this attack because if they miss, they might just lose the lead depending on the percentage of this next hit.
Very true, very true. Okay, well, you don't expect a team to come back from the 1-star, but this is a very, very realistic opportunity for them. And when they come in as the underdog team in the competition and then have this kind of a problem and then recover from it, like the other wars that they were winning, they came out swinging so hard that it was difficult for the other teams to catch up. But in this one here, they're playing catch up the whole time, and they are doing, which is impressive.
They're doing a great job at it, and everything is going to come down to Aphelion now. You can see them getting ready for their next attack. They have a lot of pressure, and they need to go through and hit this 3-star. Stamus is going to be the next one to go through.
Oh, imagine thinking you, like right out of the gate there, when you see that once, you're like, oh, this is an easy win. This is an easy win. But apparently it is not. They have their pressure ramping here, and now they're being forced to perform there if they want to stay in this war.
Exactly, and we are going to see if they can perform. They are getting ready, cracking their knuckles. Next hit going live, and Stamus has more dragons for us here.
Okay. The dragons have been difficult attack to make through in this meta here, but he's going to be pairing it with the 5 invisibilities, no clones, so I'm expecting a super wizard bomb. But look at this, he's going to make the long approach here to the town hall, so if he plans on protecting this blimp with the warden, then he needs to deliver this blimp. This whole war may come down to whether this blimp arrives on target. Here it comes, ward ability protects it. Blimp is sailing through, hitting black air bombs, dodging sweepers, and it arrives. The blimp will land right behind the town hall and take it down.
Oh, the Invis tower on defense goes off. Everything invisible. He rages. That's actually good. The Wizards move to hit the monolith. Now they're not right next to that town hall to die to the Giga Bomb, but can they get the town hall? One more invisibility spell. That's his last one, and he gets the value.
Okay. He's gonna avoid any problems there. He's also able to destroy the CC in the middle of the base there. The Queen steps through. She can reach the Eagle Artillery. She'll pick that up, but there's a lot of base on the other side, and this Queen has cut across the middle. I don't know if this is where he wants to be. He has to get the defensive Queen under control. If he gets through the defensive Queen, she's the biggest threat on the backside, but this Raid Tower Expo combo is going to be the Queen's target. She steps through. She will tag that out there. And I'm worried about this defensive Queen. He has no headhunters. He has to time his freezes right here.
There are Teslas over there as well. I'm very nervous about Skelly Traps leading in to this Archer Queen compartment, but he's got a rage spell. He's got the Diggy, 1 rocket balloon there, gonna be able to snipe a Tesla. He's freezing the Queen early, but there's the Skelly.
I'm not happy with that freeze. It's early. Road champion
He gets the Queen! He pops the ability!
Deimos
That's
with
a
the
3-star
triple!
for Aphelion Nebula with plenty plenty of time on the clock. You can see him getting
Wow.
super excited. Even the queen's still alive. She's beating on a wall.
She's gonna find all the walls. She can have all the walls she wants there. She's got his way through the base, and I don't know how he's able to get the defensive queen down. I thought for sure that his royal champion would get sniped off there, but he carries through. That was so clutch right there. A big risk on that one because we saw that the same attack was used to ultimately end up with the 1 star at the start of the war, but they have no fear, and they have the lead going to the final exchange.
That attack came down to the blimp value. I mean, did you see how close that blimp was to not being in the right compartment? I mean, it was just pixel perfect, barely landed in the right corner of that Invis tower compartment. If it was just one more tile to the right, he would have missed the monolith. He would have missed the left inferno, and that could have made all the difference.
And any sweeper knockback, if it ended up targeting that blimp there and hitting it back and shifting it off to one side or the other, that could have caused that. So being able to put the blimp through when you have so much in the air right there, if the sweeper just aims just wrong, then you missed that attack there. That was a game of inches right there, and it pulls off, and he does make it through. So now as we go into the final exchange, it is going to be percentage and star advantage into Aphelion's favor. So if Golden X wants a chance to move on to the grand finals, and at least at a bare minimum, put in second place into the Snapdragon Pro Series, potentially a championship, then they have to come out with a triple on this next one, and they have to put some pressure on.
Look at their teammates supporting there. They got such a big community backing up this team. It's awesome to see them here.
Yeah, that was extremely clutch right there. I was really unsure whether he could clean out of the backside, but he managed it just right there. Everything arrived when it needed to. The queen cut across the base there, just barely got him through. And just well-timed with the last little bit of resources he has. When you invest so much at the start attack there, you're left with a very little on the backside, and you have to use it right in the perfect spots there to have a chance to pull through.
He was very patient with his spells, too, even saving a rage spell for the back-end champion. But let's jump into this next attack. So we got Panda X with the final attack for Golden X, and they are down by a star. That usually means triple or lose sort of situation, and they're going in with Zap E-Titans.
Okay, but you know that if they're going in with this attack here, and we don't know what Aphelion Nebula has set up for their final attack, but they have to have some flexibility here. If they get the defense, then they can go in with a safe 2-star. Otherwise, they may have to take a risk here. So they're going to be watching intently to find out what they need to do, what their win condition is going to be. But with this Flame Flicker moving off to the right, Ground Skellies are popping on it. Does he have a response to that? He drops
got
it
a Wizard.
Oh, Wizard. Wizard will get the job done.
His Flame Flicker did lose a little bit of HP there, but still should be able to pick up the value, at least getting the multi. A few extra buildings after that will be a bonus, and here we go. The Queen pulling the Warden on over. The E-Titans making their way up toward the upper side of the base with the King to finish off the funnel, but everybody's skipping the scatter shot for now.
Okay, he's got some wall breaks to travel through that area. Oh, those wall breakers are in a weird position. They went to the storage, and they're going to potentially cause troops to veer off path, especially with the Flame Flicker over the walls even further south. But everybody continues to charge forward. They lock onto the defensive Queen. He got the scatter shot down, but I'm really worried about that storage and that wall break going on to send troops off path, and they're leaving.
And they're pulling the healers, Eric. Those 2 E-Titans on the right side of the base steal all the healers. Invis Tower behind the Town Hall.
No.
Now we're in big trouble.
No, this is not what he wanted to have happen here. This is huge for Aphelion. He pops his way through that Town Hall. Is there any chance to recover this? I have no idea.
Did he hit that jump spell? Does it give them access on the top side?
Maybe, I think it does. It looks like it's covering the wall there to get him through, but I don't think there's going to be anything to survive to take it.
He's got Queen ability. He's got a champion going for the Expo, the multi. He's got CC troops.
Okay.
No Tesla farm on the bottom side scatter here.
If this Queen takes this Expo, he can get his road champion through potentially. Yeah, no Teslas, which means very likely no ground skellies in the area, but the Queen ends up surviving. Come on, Queen, hang in there, hang in there. She's attacking the wall, but she does go down. It'll all come down to the road champion. If this RC ability can get him through, then he's going to put the pressure on. She's pushing. He's got the Electro Titan and the Yeti working on the cleanup on the outside of the base. They're missing that storage. He's gonna have to. He doesn't have a way to go back to storage. It's time. It's time.
This champion goes down. It's gonna be time. He needs the Diggy to stun defense after defense, but with 2 Archer Towers here and not just one. The 1 Archer Tower to save the base without champion on cleanup. Nothing to get that storage over on the right side, and this is A time fail for Panda X.
That is tragic, but with it being that close there, you don't know whether Aphelion was going to be forced. If they thought it was my triple, then they may have stuck to a more risky plan. We'll have to see what they had to do, but they only have a moment to react here and change plans if necessary, but they only need a safe 2-star to lock it in, so they may have gone with a more versatile attack here. We'll see what they decide to do, but if there's any risk that was inherent in this last attack, it could still end up swinging the war because the percentage on this miss was so high. We'll just have to wait and see, and maybe this Town Hall can hold strong, and Golden X is just going to have to win on defense if they want any chance here.
Right, it was so unfortunate on this attack with the healers sticking on those 2 E-Titans that just decided to go for the storage from the open wall that I don't even think he was trying to target there with the wall breakers.
I know.
He wanted them to go all the way for the Town Hall and the Monolith.
Oh, that's tragic. I mean, you saw that, I think the wall breaker was supposed to target the defensive queen pad or something, but with that storage just standing there, just an unexpected path open up there. Flameflinger open up even more paths. It was tragic, but it still got to a high percentage. Now we get to see Halo Blade come in for the final attack of the war. He's got 2 Electro Titans, a Queen Charge, he's got Super Archers, and it does look like he's gonna go towards that Town Hall nice and early, using the Bat Spell and securing it right out of the gate here. No risk on this one. Make sure that he gets a chance at the Town Hall. Yeah, poison.
But he's got raged up Yeti Mites
Yeah,
going for the Town Hall,
there it is.
securing the 1st star here for Halo Blade. And he's coming out with something a little creative for us to end it.
He does, and yeah, an off-meta attack. You don't see Super Archers mixed with Electric Titans a lot here, but honestly, I've seen it from him a handful of times. But he makes his way off to the right there with everybody. The High School definitely wants to go off to the left there, and it may actually push him those balloons through. Oh,
Ooh, the King goes left.
Everybody's going everywhere.
Where's the Warden gonna go? This is gonna get a little bit messy here as the King swings left. The Archers go with the Queen, and the Warden's sticking with them. This could be okay.
Okay, yeah, the King's just gonna go off and do his own thing on the left side there, but that's fine. He's great on his own. Everybody else charges through the middle, and he'll fight off this defensive CC, and now we get to see what kind of damage this range tower can do.
He's being extremely patient with the Warden Eternal Tome, saving it all the way till he gets through the Eagle here. The Rage Tower on defense, the X-Bow and 2 Infernos doing double damage, but it doesn't matter when he's got that Eternal Tome in effect. Champion on the right side, and that King is still doing okay over by himself.
Oh, he's doing fantastic over there. And if he can just stay out there and take some of these backhand defenses, take the scatter shot, keep the Expo fire distracted on this side of the base there, then it can really set him up to pull through. But now we see the Royal Champion coming to the right side. She's going to start sweeping around the perimeter, and with the defensive Queen already taken out and the defensive Warden distracted.
These Archers still alive?
Yeah, they're still moving here, Lex.
They're just sniping building after building. The Champion has had no struggle through the right and upper side of this base. He's got a scatter shot to get through, but with the Champion ability still intact, this is looking like another 3-star for Aphelion Nebula. Gonna be putting them at 13 stars going into the grand finals.
Absolutely crushed there. Super Archers, a little flare of creativity on this one, but the Royal Champion sweeps through. And ladies and gentlemen, we already see Halo Blade celebrating there, put his glasses on, the whole team celebrating their success here, and that will get them into the grand finals. They're gonna go back for revenge now against Lotus Gaming in the grand finals of the Snapdragon Pro Series.
Yes, GG's to both teams here. Golden X having some nice performances today. I think they did really well over their 3 matches.
Absolutely, they crushed it. They crushed it, putting up some big scores there. The only war that they lost was by a very, very small margin. And now, when they arrive to that upper bracket, they got to make up for that. You got to think of this upper bracket as almost like a best of 3, where against Lotus and Aphelion, they have lost one of the best of 3 from that previous stage. So now, as they go in, they're going to have to beat Lotus twice. So they still have a very uphill battle, and are defending Snapdragon champions from last season still have advantage as we go into it.
They definitely do. Lotus have that extra life, per se, going into the grand finals, but Aphelion Nebula hitting 13 stars in this matchup. That's got to give them a really big confidence boost going into this upcoming rematch.
Oh yeah, definitely. And 13 has been the highest scoring that we've seen. The only other team that was able to hit it was the war there with Lotus in their opener, and that was able to get them through there in the first place. So yeah, very, very good work here with 13 stars, and nice way to finish off the war. You had that lead. You only needed a safe 2-star, but he's not just going to settle for that. He pushes all the way through.
And now we got an interview with the winners. Let's send it over to F. Dot on the stage.
Going nuts already, but well-deserved Halo Blade. Congratulations, man. The squad, they're still here. The squad seems really, really excited to be in the finals.
Yeah, we're so happy to be in the finals. We're ready to get some revenge on Lotus.
Now, twice in a row. Oh, okay. So that I wanted to ask that. It's been all fun and games, but now it's time to go, yeah?
Yeah, we were just messing around. We wanted to go to the lower bracket. Last season, Lotus won from the lower bracket. That's our plan this season.
Oh, so this was all scripted, yeah?
Yes, scripted.
Part of the plan. I like it for sure. That said, you're now in the finals. What's the secret? How do you win?
You're finna find out.
All right, let's keep it mysterious. We are going to find out. We're going to finals. Congratulations, dude.
Thanks, man.
Let's go to finals.
That might be the best possible attitude you could have heading into finals. They scripted the whole thing. They knew exactly how it was going to play out.
Yeah, I got my script yesterday, so I knew all this was happening. It's usually how it goes, right?
Yo, yeah, because it's totally possible here when we can literally see them right behind us. Yep, they're these came to play today, and this is the finals that we kind of expected. We expected these two teams to be the top of the game, and they have delivered into that.
Yep, the top 2 seeds making it through. Aphelion were this close to taking out Lotus in their first matchup today. Can they do it in the second matchup? Lotus have been relying on Goreticus, the anchor, tripling at the very end to save them in both matches.